This show's brought to you by these sponsors.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Alright, we got some crackling to deal with here. Hold on a second. Let me just fix that real quick. So yes, as you can see, we are playing Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
This program is brought to you by the
I don't care about the
sponsors.
program. Come on. Hide the sidebar.
Persona 4 Arena
Hide the
Ultimax.
sidebar? Come on. There we go. Okay. So, this continues the story directly from Arena. I think it takes place literally days later. The P1 climax begins! There's also DLC for this game that we might actually look into. I'm not entirely sure. But you can play as Margaret, Marie, and Adachi, which is super interesting. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Alright. Looks like that's still working. Oh, there is new stuff. So we've already got... Alright, I need to see this one more stuff. Because I don't remember how one more works, so... This game is loud. Hopefully it's not too loud. So, for anybody that's terribly curious, Persona 4 The Golden came out in 2012. Persona 4 Arena came out in 2013, and no, also 2012, and this game came out in 2013. Okay. Press 3 fucking buttons.
Just getting started.
I don't know how to do that.
You're not coming?
Jesus.
Just getting started.
Oh, right, hold on. Need to build up the SP here.
Just getting started.
I'm so bad at timing and fighting games. Okay, is there a fucking... There's gotta be a... L3. Nope, nope, don't do that. Okay. No, but it didn't. Okay, instant kill. Yeah, we know about that.
You're not coming? Oh, crap! Just getting started.
Let's end this.
Myriad troops.
1,000 die while a million are born. It's over!
Now, because this game came out a year after Persona 4 Golden, they were able to use some of the music that was added to Golden in this game, which is cool. But there was never any question about whether or not Arena was going to be canon. It was always important. Hey, look, now we're playing as Shadow.
You're not coming?
That was basically the same, wasn't it? Can't use burrs. Okay. Ooh.
You're not coming? You're not coming?
Okay. Normally would not combo.
You're not coming? Crap! Just getting started.
Interesting. That's the end of lesson mode. Okay. So basically everything else is the same. Alright, so there's two stories in this game. Episode P4 and episode P3. We gotta do both of them to find out exactly what's going on. But fortunately, it's not all convoluted and crazy like the last game. It's just, there's two stories. Yeah, and this actually reminds me a lot of what they did for Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Sorry. But yes, so basically this is going to branch, but all of the branches are canon and none of them interact with each other, or none of them contradict each other like the last one. All of this is going to be canon. R2. God, this is fucking long. Jesus. Oh, and they added an auto mode, so if you didn't actually want to do the fighting, if you're not good at fighting games, you can still see the story, which is interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
So you will not require our assistance. Is that correct?
Auto read?
Very well. In that case, there is nothing more to be said. As for your presence here, this room is ordinarily only accessible to those bound by a contract. You are fated to refine your power. You will most definitely require our assistance, eventually. Until we meet again, farewell.
Who are you talking to?
Most intriguing.
Are you certain about this? Our domain is indivisible from the destiny of our guests. Nothing meaningless happens in this room, which can only mean that the fate of our visitor just now will be...
Margaret?
Pardon. I spoke out of turn. We are only allowed to watch over and assist those guests who are bound by the terms of the contract.
Indeed.
So, the young man Yu Narukami is tied to our recent guest's fate.
Interesting.
I wonder what fate, or rather, encounter will await him. Yu Narukami. Now that's a guest who never ceases to amaze.
You know it, baby. So whoever just went to the Velvet Room was not you, but is someone connected to you. Somehow. Interesting. It's May 5th, the day after we saw Labrys and the Shadow Operatives off. So the P1 Grand Prix happened on May 3rd. Yeah. Yeah, May 3rd. So the hijacking on May 1st, chasing him down May 2nd, P1 Grand Prix May 3rd, day after, May 5th. We're in the corner of the chaotic as usual Junes food court.
I had a hunch this was gonna happen.
Well, your hunch isn't getting us anywhere. What are we supposed to do? There's not a single open seat.
That's just how it goes at Junes during Golden Week. And on Children's Day at that. If it wasn't this busy, we'd be out of business by now.
Today's Children's Day?
Huh?
I should have brought Nanako.
That's what you're worried about?
Watching the kids run around, I think back to Nanako's face when I told her I'd be going out. She looked like she wanted to say something. I feel bad I didn't ask her about it. But given what we came to talk about, I couldn't take her with me. Wonder if she's watching TV alone now, like she usually does.
Yo, Senpai! I got us some seats.
Ooh, good job, Kanji.
That's pretty impressive, Kanji. Especially for you.
Damn it, Ted! Leave the especially for you part out next time.
All right, break it up. No fighting, guys. Let's go, Yukun.
I'm hoping that they're going to assume that you're familiar with the story and just and skip past like all the stuff that we already know.
Right.
Probably not. With Yukiko spurring us on, we move to the seats Kanji saved. There's a table for 4, with 6 chairs he found somewhere. After waiting for everyone to be seated, Yosuke clears his throat, as if to drive away all the noise.
So it's a great day out and,
Dude, I don't think this is the time for that.
well, how else should I start off? Look at the size of this crowd.
I'd say I made the right call showing up like this. If I came in my usual costume, the little kids would be swarming my adorable bod. I'd be mobbed.
Oh yes, I've seen how the children tear off your fur from time to time.
Ouch.
Wow! Are you being nice to me, Yuki-chan? Has our love finally blossomed?
Huh?
No.
Of course it hasn't.
Shot down as always.
It's because you never learn.
Well, let's get down to business. We didn't get to talk much yesterday after all.
So, for what it's worth, the canonicity of the first game as to which path actually happened, all of the paths happened to an extent. But according to canon, the Yosuke story is the one that happened. So Yosuke ended up fighting Mitsuru and beating her, and Aigis ended up beating her and getting back and helping Labris and all that stuff. So that one is technically canon, but they're all technically canon. They all happen, so don't worry about it. I nod to Chie. We gathered here yesterday after seeing Labris off, but there wasn't time to calm down and talk about what happened. In the end, we agreed to leave the details to tomorrow, which is now today.
Don't worry about the crowd. Let's start the investigation team meeting anyway.
Yeah, though we are missing 2 people.
It's just not the same without our full roster of pretty girls. Oh, not only Rise-chan, but Nao-chan couldn't be here either.
Well, it's not like the other day, where we just lost contact with Rise.
Mm-hmm. She seems really busy. She said she had work during the holidays, too. At least we got to talk to her yesterday.
Yeah, Nato-kun's job is keeping her busy, too. I guess it's the same old for them.
Nato-kun knew things about what happened that not even we did. Apparently, she knew about Mitsuru-san and her friends from the start.
Thanks to her, though, we got some good information.
Well then, let's get everyone up to speed on what happened using that info.
Yosuke's right. So much has happened these past few days that none of us has a good grasp on it all. We need to sort through what we've learned again.
What was it that started it all? Midnight Channel again, I guess. I thought I was dreaming for a good chunk of it, so it's not really hitting me.
Midnight Channel, that TV world we helped to restore peace in, ended up being used by someone else in the Labris incident. Labris is the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, a girl with a mechanical body who was stolen from the Kirijo Group, one of Japan's biggest conglomerates. Someone threw her into the TV world. But Labris faced her other suppressed self there, and by accepting it, she awoke to her persona. That mostly wrapped things up. However...
So who exactly was it that put Labris inside the TV? And why?
At first, I thought the culprit was jealous of my popularity and tried to break us friends up.
Mm-hmm. But that wasn't it. Their goal was to disrupt our hearts by making us fight each other. and then steal our personas after they return to being shadows.
Naoto said as much too.
I don't know. Turning them back to shadows and stealing them. That doesn't sound like something just anyone could pull off.
Maybe not, but we know for certain that the culprit was using that method to try and gather powerful shadows.
Gathering shadows, huh? That's definitely not something any normal person would do.
The atmosphere darkens after Yosuke's remark. During the silence, I recall the events leading up to yesterday. We had once again entered the TV world to figure out why the Midnight Channel was broadcasting again. We found there was a strange fighting tournament called the P1 Grand Prix. At the heart of it was Labris. Having gone through severe trials... Sorry, that picture is... What do you mean, Nanako-chan? Having gone through severe trials as a weapon with a heart, she gave birth to her shadow, a suppressed version of herself, which twisted her dream of wanting to be a normal schoolgirl. It all resulted in the P1 Grand Prix designed to pit people against their friends. After we entered the TV, we got wrapped up in battle, just like Labris' shadow planned, and we were forced to fight one another. But we also met members of a mysterious organization known as the Shadow Operatives, who were in search of Labris, and their leader, Mitsuru Kirijo, CEO of the Kirijo Group. It was with their help that we conquered the tournament. They were using the power of personas before we were. It was reassuring in a way to meet people who deal with shadows day in and day out. But the case isn't over yet. We couldn't find out why the culprit put Labris in the TV to begin with. We didn't even know who did it. Mitsuru-san and her people seem to have some idea, but that doesn't mean we can ignore what happened in our town. So we made the decision to investigate the case on our own, too.
That reminds me. How are things inside the TV?
The thought suddenly crosses my mind, so I asked Teddy. After we settled the first case, the TV world turned into a beautiful place, but it wasn't that way anymore during the P1 Grand Prix. Wonder what happened there after we saved Labris.
Still the same. It should go back to normal eventually, but the P1 Grand Prix had such an effect that it's still noisy there. Oh, but,
Huh? But what? Quit mumbling and just spit it out.
It's hard to say for sure, but I sense these weird presences. They feel kind of like shadows, but not really.
Weird presences? You mean there's something strange in there?
I don't really know.
What could it be? The culprit, maybe?
Maybe, but maybe not.
We all look at each other after hearing Teddy's evasive answer. If something's in the TV world, it can only be a shadow, someone besides us who knows about that world, or someone who can use a persona.
Huh? How would that make sense? The culprit wasn't a persona user, right?
He did say that he used Labris because he couldn't enter the TV world himself.
That's right. The only people who can enter the TV world are persona users. For a normal person to get in, they would have to enter alongside a persona user. If someone who doesn't have a persona falls in, for whatever reason, they're in serious danger. Either the shadow's already dwelling there or their own shadow might end up killing them.
So, wouldn't that mean this weird thing Ted's talking about can't be our bad guy? Or maybe the culprit can shove people into a TV even though he's not a persona user.
I can understand Kanji's doubts, but unfortunately, we don't have enough information right now to say either way.
There's one more thing that bothers me.
What is it?
It's something Naoto said.
I tell everyone what Naoto left me with yesterday. She said that when Mitsuru-san's plane was hijacked as a diversion from Labris' kidnapping, the hijackers had no memory of their actions. They might have been brainwashed or hypnotized, but either way, it couldn't have been done by a normal person.
There's so much we don't know.
But no matter what the culprit was trying to do, if he was after us in the TV world, I doubt this case will wrap itself up.
I agree. Oh, then does that mean...
Too bad for Mitsuru-san, but we're gonna ignore her request not to get involved.
When Mitsuru-san and her people left, they told us not to get involved any further with this case. We knew why they said that, of course. They were worried about our safety. Still.
So the investigation team's back in business.
Yep. Feel a little bad doing this to
Oh,
Mitsuru-san,
excuse me.
but we can't just leave this be. We can fight too. And heck, this is our town, so it's practically our duty to do this.
You said duty.
I'm in too. After all, I am Labby-chan's knight. Plus, I can't sit on the sidelines after seeing what this culprit did to my world. It had gotten so peaceful thanks to you guys.
I knew they felt this way, but I nod firmly after seeing everyone still in
So
agreement.
it's decided.
We have to return the favor of getting stuck with those strange epithets, too.
Everyone looks away briefly after hearing this. Those nonsense nicknames that got broadcast during the P1 Grand Prix made no small stir in our daily lives. Although personally...
That makes me so mad! What was that carnivore whose discarded womanhood stuff all about? I could swear people cross the street now when they see me!
Really? I was actually pretty impressed.
Huh? Is that how you think of me, Yuka?
No, that's not what I meant.
That reminds me. You seem to like that Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel nickname.
Did he?
Sensei, have you awakened to a new name? Should I call you Kingpin from now on?
I wonder if it's just my imagination that what Yosuke said just now had hurt worse than the nickname. All I meant was that those nicknames weren't that bad. Still, I admit, I was honestly impressed at how precise each of those taunts were in striking at each of our hang-ups.
This sure has turned out to be some Golden Week. And after you took the time to come see us, too.
No kidding. Shit got stirred up the day you came back, like someone planned it that way.
Everyone nods at Kanji's words. Everyone except Yosuke. Unlike the others, he just shoots me a slightly bleak glance. I know what it means, but I'll let him say it.
That actually does still bother me a bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, I guess the timing? It's like whoever did this was waiting for you to come back.
I agree with him. The incident with Labras happened right when I returned to Inaba for Golden Week. It was timed as if someone, whoever set this up was just waiting for me to get back in town.
Well, I guess there's no need to think about that now. Oh yeah, where's Marie-chan?
She's elusive as always. It looked like she was buying something at Sozai Daigaku the other day.
What? Nobody told Emi-chan that Sensei was visiting?
Well, it is Marie-chan we're talking about. I'm sure she's noticed that Yukun's back.
Marie. She was another one involved in the first case we solved here in Inaba. We helped her regain her lost memories, and she now protects this town as a minor goddess who supports the townspeople here.
Huh? Then, why hasn't she shown up? I mean, if she knew that Senpai's back, you'd think she'd be the first to show.
Where'd that lightning come from all of a sudden?
Thanks a lot, guys.
Look at those insane rain clouds. It's gonna start pouring soon for sure.
That's when I noticed that the thick crowd of customers here has gotten pretty sparse. As if following the families hurrying back inside, we also get up from our seats.
The weather report has been way off the mark lately.
Oh, sorry, that's mine. Hello? Oh, Kasai-san.
We move away from Yukiko a little to give her some space to
That
talk.
reminds me, Labras is a robot, right? Would she rust if she got caught out in the rain?
Nah, I doubt it. The Kirijo group developed her after all, and they wouldn't be that cheap.
Mid-chan's group sure is amazing. Her stuff is way better than Junes brand electronics.
Shut up! And don't go dissing your own employer.
As Yosuke and Teddy snipe at each other, Chie gazes up at the cloudy sky. When she notices me looking at her, she shakes her head, telling me not to worry.
Labras is with Mitsuru-san and her friends, right? I wonder how she's doing.
After the P1 Grand Prix, Labras joined Mitsuru-san's shadow operatives, since she has a persona now. Even as we speak, she and her companions are probably chasing the culprit who threw her into the TV.
Don't worry, I'm sure she's doing fine. If all goes well, we'll see her again in no time.
Yeah. Since we made our decision to stick our noses into this case, that means we're after the same thing Labras and the shadow operatives are. It seems possible we might meet up with Labras again somewhere soon. Then again, we're doing this without Mitsuru-san's permission, so I can't say I'm eager to run into them.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I should stop being such a worrywart.
Hey, looks like Yukiko-senpai's off the phone.
Oh, welcome back, Yukiko. What was the call about?
It was the inn. It seems a group of our guests is still out. We didn't have any umbrellas ready for them, so I think a lot of them will come back drenched. Sorry, I have to go back for a bit.
Oh, right. I forgot this is a busy time for the Amagi Inn, too.
Actually, shouldn't we be heading home ourselves? Ugh, if this keeps up, I bet it'll keep raining into the night.
Raining, huh? That thing's not gonna come on again, is it?
Everyone turns around at Yosuke's words. He says that thing. But we all know what he means. He's talking about the Midnight Channel, which came on at midnight on a rainy day. The weather was just like this during the incident with Labras, too. As if to break the silence, we hear another roll of thunder closer than the one a moment ago.
In any case,
I love
let's meet up
thunder.
again tomorrow to check up on the TV world.
Okay, I'll see you all here tomorrow. And I'll make sure to let Rise-chan know, too.
I'll call up Nago-kun, though I don't know yet if she'll be able to make it.
Cool deal. Well, see you guys tomorrow.
We hastily end the investigation team meeting before it starts raining. As I see Yosuke starting to leave after everyone else, I ask him about the issue he raised
What
earlier.
do you think, Yosuke, about the timing of all of this?
Oh, that. I don't know, I might be overthinking this, but if the culprit happens to know you, would that give some hint of who it might be?
It was an understandable question, but I can't help but look askance at him. If the culprit had investigated me, of course he'd know something about me, but not my plan to stay in Inaba during Golden Week. It'd have to be a person who knows me, plus knew that I was coming here during the break. Is there anyone who'd know all that?
Is it possible that it could be Adachi?
Adachi-san?
This time I'm caught completely off guard, and all I can do is dully repeat the question. Toru Adachi, the man who was arrested in the Midnight Channel murders. He should be in police custody by now. Which is ironic, since he used to work for my uncle as a police detective at Inaba Station. We do have quite a history, so obviously he knows about me, and I can't rule out that Dojima-san might have told Adachi-san about my vacation plans.
No, it wouldn't be him. He has a persona.
Oh, yeah, good point. Sorry, I wasn't trying to weird you out.
Yosuke's tone is apologetic, and he scratches his head. But really, I should be the one apologizing. I didn't just deny that it could have been Adachi-san because he's a persona user. The real reason is that deep down, I trusted what Adachi-san said about abiding by the rules of this world. But if it's not him, then who? The gray clouds filled the sky over our heads, mirroring the confused anxiety we shared.
And then Dad came up here at visiting day, so I made sure to raise my hand to answer all the teacher's questions.
'Cause you're smart.
Hanako, you told that story 3 times already.
No, I didn't.
Nanako, who had been talking nonstop throughout dinner, sulks at Dojima-san pointing that out. Whether or not she'll admit it, though, I've definitely heard that story several times. Either Parent Visiting Day made her that happy, or she was looking for any excuse to prolong our conversation. Well, whichever it is, Nanako seems happy, so I don't mind much.
Oh, and guess what? I saw a really long car yesterday.
Really long car? That rings a bell. She must be talking about that extravagant black limousine that Mitsuru-san and her shadow operatives drove in on.
You mean the limo that was driving around town? Yeah, I heard about that. A big stretch limo in a sleepy little town like ours. I'll tell you one thing. They won't be from around here.
I feel like he should tell him. Dojima-san shoots me a glance while responding to Nanako's comment. He's a detective through and through, and I think he's noticed something's up. Sure enough, after Dojima-san sends Nanako to the sink with the empty dishes, he gets right down to business. He gets right down to business.
So, what are you up to this time?
There's no hiding anything from that piercing gaze. He has to know we came in contact with Mitsuru-san's people. They were so dignified seeming that I'd hoped even their outrageously long limo wouldn't stand out here, but I find myself actually relieved to be mistaken.
The day you were due back, a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department suddenly rang me up to ask about the details of that case. Not only that, but I saw that Shirogane kid at the station several times these past couple of days. Was this all just a coincidence?
That's...
Can't answer, huh? Well, that's fine.
Dojima-san gives a deep sigh and closes his eyes. That's odd. Normally he'd grill me for more information and yell at me while doing that.
Look, I trust you, but this is different. Don't stick your head into the lion's den. You do understand that I'm a detective and pretty much your guardian while you're here, right?
His strict yet honest gaze asks me to promise that much in return for me not probing me further. I say yes, but in my mind I'm apologizing at the same time. We're heading into dangerous waters, but it's the same as the situation when I lived here. We have to be the ones to do
As long
this.
as you understand that, then do whatever you want.
I can't help but smile at seeing Dojima-san look away and sigh. I'm sure that he has a million questions about everything I'm doing, but he's not asking them. It's because he trusts me.
Hey, you're picking on Big Bro again, Dad.
No, not at all. We were just talking.
Really, big bro?
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
So, I'm looking at a calendar from 2012. So May 1st was the day that he got here, which was a Tuesday. Was the hijacking. May 2nd was the May 2nd was the day that everyone got to Inaba. May 3rd was the P1 Grand Prix. May 4th is a Friday. That was the day that they saw Labrasov. May 5th is today. It's a Saturday. May 6th is a Sunday. Okay. Interesting.
I'll always be on your side, okay?
When I answer her with a smile, Nanako looks up at me with a worried expression, but her reply is earnest. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Dojima-san looking uncomfortable, and I can't help but laugh again. When I return to my room, I can hear the faint rumble of thunder in the distance. The rain that was pouring down this evening has already stopped. If the pattern holds, the Midnight Channel should stay quiet as long as it's not raining. Realizing that raises some complex feelings in me. I have to go back home tomorrow. And as much as I hope nothing happens, I want to resolve this mystery while I'm still here. Wishing to solve the case means wishing for something to happen.
Make up your mind, you.
I inadvertently glance towards the TV screen's reflective surface and catch myself with an odd smile on my face. Just a little longer until midnight. Out of habit, I check the time, and the moment I look back at the TV, the screen suddenly turns on. Without the rain, huh?
The strong win, while the weak disappear. Tonight, we will witness the hottest battles in all history. The goddess of victory is waiting to descend upon the ring. P1 fans, are you ready? Are you ready?
Time to let loose! An all-out war!
The contestants in the previous P1 Grand Prix have returned for another tournament, right on the heels of the last one. These warriors will create another legend here at the world-shattering P1 ring! These are battles of honor, battles of will. Sparks will fly. Some fight for pride, some fight for glory. Will this be decided by pure muscle, or will a battle of wits determine the outcome?
I don't know why they're misspelling her name constantly.
Are heating up! Tonight, who will win the title of champion? Who will be crowned with the winner's wreath?
Labras.
Whose tale of glory
You
will
Narukami.
resound for generations? All that remains are the dreams of the warriors. As the Grand Prix plunges into its final chapter, the P1 climax is...
Barely getting started!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
You see that?
1.
What the hell?
Hello? Hey!
What? Whoa. Whoa!
What's going on here?
Hey, Junpei.
What in the world? The town! A red fog?
Yukari.
What the?
Yoo-hoo! All you P1 crazies out there, sorry about the long wait.
TV shows a familiar classroom. If I remember right, that's the announcement room at the school Labras created inside the TV world during the P1 Grand Prix. Standing in that announcement room is General Teddy. Actually, just his head, chortling away.
The P1 climax! It's the end of the world! One-on-one deathmatch that's worthy of the name Climax! best of all, if you don't win the one-on-one tournament to the finish within the hour, the world will end!
What?
No punches pulled this time! I'll make myself clear so that no one misunderstands. This will not be taking place within the TV world. It will, in fact, take place in the reality which you occupy. Enjoy it while you can. Alrighty then. Time to show off how that special stage is going.
Well, that's fucked. Holy shit! Eerily reminiscent of something that actually happens in Persona 3.
Is that Mitsuru-san?
What will be the fate of our captured queen and her loyal minions? Then again, if we don't have a champion, everyone's a goner anyway. So she'll be in good company. Best of luck to all of you.
I think Inaba just went from a minor shadow disturbance last year to holy shit, what the fuck is going on? 12 out of 12. Sorry, 12 out of 10. The display cuts off abruptly and the TV becomes a silent box. Realizing that a strange red light is filling the once dark room, I dash towards the window. The town outside is covered in an eerie red fog.
What is that?
It's almost like the dark hour. The streetlights are off and I don't sense anyone's presence. That hazy light illuminating the town. It's the red fog? It is like the dark hour. Seeing the town in such an obviously abnormal state snaps me back to my senses, and I quickly look back into my room.
Nanako! Dojima-san!
No one answers. I rush down the stairs and check all the rooms, but no matter how hard I look, the two who live here are nowhere to be found. What in the world is going on here? The P1 climax? Are Mitsuru-san and her people really captives? And worst of all, this isn't the TV world. Is this really still the real world? If so, what's happened to the townspeople? A wave of confusion and fear crashes over me as I sort through the information at hand. My cell phone won't even turn on, like it's suddenly broken. It's happening again.
Junes Food Court.
That's right. Whenever we had a case, that's where we'd always gather. If Yosuke, Chie, and Yukiko have noticed this too, then they'll definitely be headed there. Teddy should be with Yosuke, so there's no need to worry about him. Kanji, though, he might head straight into the TV. Chuckle to myself at the thought, a rare moment of humor in this looming crisis. I know where I need to be, so I quickly prepare myself. Whenever we needed to fight, I always clouded my Yasogami High uniform. I think that I'd be wearing it again so soon. It's with a sense of trepidation that I open the front door. Also, there's one detail. I looked up some stuff about the P4 arena. There's... Oh. Alright. Impatience. There's some stuff about Yu's outfit. That's interesting. Okay, so we can't move on until we do these other two stories, so... We'll start with Naoto. The clock's ticking echoes through the room, and I look up from the file I hold. It seems I yearn for some mental stimulation to distract me from the sheer volume of information I'm attempting to process. When I look up, all that's before me are the tall stacks of files I brought in from the reference room. Even when I cooperated with the investigation as a detective, I'd only been in this room a few times. They must have ushered me into the drawing room on the highest floor of Inaba Station today in order to send a message. Don't draw attention to yourself. I lower my hat to rest my eyes and spend some time thinking back on the conversation I had a short while ago.
I see. In other words, nothing suspicious is apparent in the current Kirijo group.
Correct. There are no factors that would necessitate detouring Mitsuru Kirijo or the shadow operatives which she leads.
The man holding my report falls silent, pondering something. His reaction shows that he most likely foresaw what sort of report I'd hand in. The well-dressed man before me belongs to the National Police Agency's Security Bureau, Security Planning Division, or, in brief form, the Public Safety Police. It was he who requested the undercover investigation into Mitsuru-san's shadow operatives.
Mitsuru Kirijo seemed to have some idea who stole her cargo, yes?
She did indeed. To begin with, the culprit knew the contents of the cargo, which even Miss Kirijo herself did not fully understand. It follows that the culprit in this case was someone with intimate knowledge of the Kirijo group's dark secrets. How Mitsuru Kirijo deals with this culprit will surely shed more light upon her true motives.
Half of that is true, and half is sophistry. I need to discover the trump card that public safety is hiding. For most likely, that trump card will lead us to the culprit in this case, the one who stole Labrys and threw her into the TV world. After a moment of silence, the man places a stack of thick folders before me. If he had prepared this in advance, that means he was weighing his options. He knows of my intentions, yet he must have made the decision that what they stand to gain is worth the risk.
Report to us again when you find out more.
With that, the man leaves the room. It seems my gamble paid off.
Whether I find out more or not, it's certain that something will happen.
Labrys' kidnapper hasn't been caught, and the case is ongoing. Even now, there may be developments somewhere. My friends on the investigation team must be having a strategy meeting at that food court around now. Though it's been a while since any of us have seen you, Senpai, so the conversation may have already digressed. Sighing, I force aside the twinge of loneliness and drop my gaze to the file that my gamble won.
The Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory. An organization specializing in research upon shadows.
What I demanded of public safety was an investigative document on the Kirijo Group Research Institute, which no longer exists. The founder of that institute was Mitsuru-san's grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo. Contents of that report were filled with matters that were hard to believe. The Dark Hour, a different world populated by shadows that seems to intrude on the real world. The mysterious, almost alien artifacts known as plumes of dusk that can induce a personality. Humanoid robots called anti-shadow suppression weapons that were developed to oppose shadows. Artificial persona users who gain their abilities with special drugs. Had I not seen Aiga-san and Labrys with my own two eyes, the supernatural contents of this file would seem ludicrously implausible.
A flood of shadows and the manifestation of personas. There are many similarities to what we experienced. The chief difference is that their catastrophe was artificially induced in the name of research.
I sense an unwavering commitment to duty from Mitsuru-san and her team. Though they, like us, are persona users, the horrors in this file must be why I detected a very different type of resolve from them.
I hesitate to look into such matters without their consent, but I doubt they would volunteer much.
From what I can deduce based on this, the culprit in Labrys' case is without a doubt related to Kirijo and Ergo research. The clue that leads to the truth has to be here. And if by chance something were to happen to Mitsuru-san and her people, we would need to know more about our common enemy.
Shuji Ikutsuki took the position of chairman at Gekkokan High after Ergo research was disbanded. Mitsuru-san went there. Deceased in 2009. Cause of death, falling from the school's observatory. Was it suicide?
Nope.
No listed family.
Well, technically yes, but also he was an asshole, and he might have gotten pushed. There's no other information in regards to him in the document I gained from public safety. The simplicity of the section in regards to this Shuji Ikutsuki, an obviously important person, oddly left an impression on me. How could Ikutsuki be important at this point? So for anybody that hasn't played Persona 3, Shuji Ikutsuki is your, adult in charge of SEAS, the group that attempts to deal with the shadows. Once you get to a certain point, he reveals his true colors as somebody who knew what he was guiding you to do and told you something else. He said, defeat the full moon shadows, you'll save the world. Turns out defeating the full moon shadows dooms the world. And he knew it. So once you defeated them all, he basically was like, haha, you've solved my plan. Now I'm going to kill you so you can't get in the way. And the world can be destroyed. And then he died. That's all you need to know. I finished reading over the material, but to be honest, it tells me little. Most of the principals involved are already deceased, including Koetsu Kirijo, Shuji Yakutsuki, and the persona users whose abilities were artificially awakened. Still, I do learn something. The culprit's objective in Labra's case had similarities to the purpose of ergo research: to deliberately gather shadows in order to fuse them together. If that was the objective, wouldn't the TV world have been an ideal place for a test run?
It may be best if I check inside of the TV world once more.
When I open my cell phone to share my feelings, scant though they may be, I notice that the hour is late. It's almost the next day.
It's a bit late to call them. Which reminds me, I think I heard thunder earlier. Could it have rained?
That word, rained, gives me pause. During the incident with Labras, the Midnight Channel was broadcasting again. If her case is truly ongoing, does that mean it could come on tonight? Bad feeling crosses my mind.
Call at this hour? From an unknown number. Hello.
I got through. Miss Detective? Wait, no. Naoto-kun, right?
Voice. Is that you, Labras? What's the matter?
Listen up, because we got a big problem. Mitsuru-san and the others were on their way to Inaba, but they've gone missing.
Missing?
So we were gonna go look for them, but these weird guys came barging into the Shadow Operatives lab. I'm the only one who got out.
The Shadow Operatives research lab was attacked? Could it be the enemy? No, that's not it. This is most likely...
Labras, calm down. Can you describe anything unique about the people who invaded your headquarters?
Unique? They came in a big group. They wore suits. They showed this paper-looking
Police.
thing, and they said something about an investigation.
Just as I thought, public safety. I had my suspicions, but there can be no mistake. Though the Kirijo group and public safety are formally in cooperation, public safety privately has a low opinion of the Shadow Operatives, hence their request that I perform an undercover investigation. They must have found out that Mitsuru-san's disappearance and used it as an opportunity to launch a compulsory investigation. Mitsuru-san's disappearance, could it really be related to public safety's move? Labra said a moment ago that Mitsuru-san and her people were headed to Inaba. Why? While I think carefully, sorting through this new information, I asked Labras for more details.
I understand. What's your present situation?
I can't go back to the lab, right? Even if I could, I wouldn't know what to do without Mitsuru-san around. But then I found out the Shadow Operatives got these special folks who only get called up in emergencies. I just met up with them a minute ago, and we're about to go look for Mitsuru-san and them.
Understood. I'll cooperate as well. I'm sure the others won't say no either. We'll all try searching for Mitsuru-san.
Really? Thanks.
Labras, there's something else I'd like to ask. Why was Mitsuru-san headed for Inaba?
If I remember right, they found a weird shadow reading over there, so they were gonna go look into it.
A weird shadow reading?
An abnormal shadow reading is detected in Inaba, and Mitsuru-san and her people go missing when they head out to investigate. Even if this is unrelated to the public safety matter, I can't overlook this detail. Mitsuru-san and her people are persona users, and extremely skilled ones at that. If they are in a situation with no means of contacting help, then whatever enemy they face must be formidable. And the first such enemy who comes to mind is the culprit who kidnapped Labras and forced us to fight in the P1 Grand Prix.
She said the reading spiked all of a sudden. Did something happen over there?
Nothing springs to mind. Oh, sorry, hold on a moment.
I checked the clock on the wall in the drawing room. It's almost midnight. There was an abnormal shadow reading. The Midnight Channel could be involved. Need to find a room with a TV.
I'm sorry, but let's continue this on the move. We should meet up at the very least. Actually, is that a helicopter I hear in the background?
Yeah, I'm surprised you can tell. We have a maid piloting one right now.
Wait, what? A personal helicopter and a maid piloting it? Never thought of my family as poor, but thinking back to that limousine, the Kirijo clan seems to be on a completely different level.
Let me think of a place where a helicopter could land around here.
Oh, never mind. As I continue to talk while walking down the hallway, all the lights suddenly turn off. Though it is midnight, this is a police station. There should be several officers still stationed here, even at this hour. However, in defiance of these facts, an unnatural stillness pervades the air.
A blackout?
No, that's not it. The roaring helicopter rotors on the other end of the line have also fallen silent.
Labras?
My cell phone has gone dead, as if the batteries were drained. I try a few things, but it won't even turn on. Have all the electronics here stopped working so suddenly? I open a nearby door to get a better look at my environment. The empty room is hazily lit up by an eerie red glow coming from the window. Walking to get a clearer view, I gasp at the sight outside. An obvious pall has fallen upon this quiet rural town.
Red fog?
Seeing the town enveloped in fog, I can't help but remember last year's case. With the foreboding feeling that the situation is taking a turn for the worst, I quickly leave the strangely empty Inaba station. I think that tower might want to be our destination. To be continued. Hey, this is going pretty quick. I like it. I mean, obviously, I wish that there was more fighting, but hey, you know, take what we can get. The story is intriguing to me. I like it. I hope you guys like it too. I raise one arm towards the mirror-lined wall and close my eyes. In my mind, I see a stage and the hazy shadow of a band. Glow sticks of all different colors shine in the packed seats. I'm looking at them from my mark, indicated with a spot of fluorescent paint. The moment the countdown hits 0, a spotlight comes on. I reach towards the flooding light and become one with the stage. Ooh, is there going to be a cutscene?
Say hello. You gotta say goodbye to 1,000 lies, yeah. Shout, friends, just those words you really mean. And let your voice be heard all over the world. Stand up when you hear a knock on the door. It's me, come on out. Get ready for your true story.
Nice. That'll pay off later. Trust me. As I calm my breathing and look towards the clock to check how long the performance took me, I see its hand pointing to 2, which brings me back to reality in a hurry.
Crap! I didn't take my bike today. I wonder if I can make the last train.
Don't you have a scooter? Nah, maybe she's trying to keep in shape.
I'm off for today.
I hurriedly address the people I pass as I fly out of the studio. After a mad dash to Okina Station, I barely make it to into the stop train. Oop. I take a breather as the train slowly pulls out. The last train on a holiday is usually pretty empty, so I sit in an open seat and get my tunes from my bag. There's a new song on there they just gave me this afternoon. Today felt so long for some reason.
It's gotten a lot later than we expected. Are you still okay on time?
You didn't have to give me a lift, you know. I'd have been fine.
That's not the issue. Come on, I'm your manager.
The reason Inoue-san seems so happy is because of the news we got earlier. When our president called us back to the office from the shoot today, we were greeted with a new song for me and a detailed plan for my comeback.
Still, I had no idea that the boss was putting together such a detailed plan for your comeback.
Well, I'm grateful and all, but I just don't think I'm ready yet.
That's not true. We've all seen how hard you've been working. You're much stronger than you were. I think the boss is making the right decision.
Are you just flattering me, Inoue-san?
Never intentionally. You sang that new song we gave you today after just a short lesson. You even memorized the dance steps in record time.
Yeah, she's actually really good as an idol.
I wasn't any good, though. I got distracted by the steps and kept going off key. And I wasn't hitting the turns cleanly.
It was your first time!
I've still got a long way to go.
It's true. Even as far as discussion of my comeback goes, if Inoue-san hadn't come up with an excuse for why he couldn't get in contact with me until yesterday, the plans could have been sunk.
Rise-chan, did something happen?
Huh?
I know that there's a part of your life you won't let me into, and that's okay. An idol doesn't need to tell her manager everything. But there's a difference between keeping things private and isolating yourself. You asked if you could get some days off during the long holiday, right? And you didn't seem too keen on today's session either. Did you have some other engagement in mind?
My boyfriend's back in town. God damn it.
No, you're just cutting me too much slack. Thanks, though. It's nothing to do with work. There was something that made me realize how powerless I am.
So many people are supporting me for my comeback, but No matter how much I throw myself into rehearsals, all I can think about is that I was nothing but a burden in the incident yesterday.
Rise-chan?
I'm okay. Were you worried I'd quit again? I'm still set on getting back into showbiz, once I shake off the rest from my hiatus.
I can tell that much from watching you practice. Still, maybe you need a breather.
Huh?
The publisher consulted me about maybe rescheduling the photo shoot. When I told them doing it later would be problematic since you're still a student, they decided to reschedule for another time. So, take a nice break tomorrow.
Inoue-san.
But things will be busy after the long holiday. The success of your comeback project is on the line here.
And you also still have to be a student.
I really appreciate it. Can you let me off at Okina Station today? If I have tomorrow off, I want to stop by the studio and practice a little more.
Huh? But wouldn't it be late by the time you're done? Why don't I take you straight home?
There's not enough room at home. Please? I'll go straight home after I practice a little.
Well, all right. But don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Actually, though, you shouldn't coddle me so much either. Okay, Inoue-san?
I'm a strong, independent woman, don't need no manager. That's right, I said it. Through the train window, I can see the countryside, with only a few lights here and there. The train was empty to begin with, and it only gets emptier as we approach the final stop.
A long holiday, huh?
This holiday was supposed to cap off with just work and rehearsals. Even when I heard you-senpai was coming back, I was the one who decided not to change my plans. When I told the others, they said stuff like, oh well, work's work, and hang in there. Kanji was the only one who acted like a kid, saying, what's more important to you, your work or senpai?
That reminds me, Naoto-kun had to work during the holidays too.
I bet Naoto-kun wouldn't get all indecisive about these things. When I sigh and take out my cell, I notice I have an email.
Oh, it's from Yukiko-senpai.
It's a summary of what the investigation team talked about today and the time we're meeting tomorrow.
Judas at 6 a.m.? That's early. I bet some of those guys are gonna be late for sure.
I laughed, but it quickly turns into a sigh. I have tomorrow off thanks to Inoue-san. While I'm happy I get to see everyone, I'm a little bummed out too. I couldn't do anything during that incident. I don't remember anything else about that day after I finished shopping for dinner at Junes. When I came to, I was already in the announcement room in the TV world, under the surveillance of General Teddy. In the end, it turned out that General Teddy was Labra's shadow taking on Teddy's form. The shadow was holding this event called the P1 Grand Prix and forcing my senpai to fight each other in it. Since I was captured, they used my voice and likeness to goad everyone into hurting each other. I thought I sounded cool saying I had work, but I got kidnapped, imprisoned, watched them use my face and voice to confuse everyone.
At this rate, I can barely face Senpai and the others.
You, Senpai, will be going back tomorrow. I think about Fuuka-san, who had such tremendous powers that she could help Mitsuru-san's group by describing what was going on in the TV world, even from outside. I wish I could be that useful.
The next stop is Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
It's totally fucking Dark Hour-ish. Only the Dark Hour was never red. It was usually... No, it was red and green, now that I think about it. What the... That was a weird place to cut the announcement off. All of a sudden, all the lights in the train turn off, and the train that had already begun to slow down to its last stop grinds to a halt.
Oh no! A blackout?
I look out the window to check. A huge red moon dominates the sky. And in the direction the train was heading, there looks to be a giant red cocoon. Is that fog?
What is that? Inaba's that way.
I turn around. There's no one on the train. They've all disappeared. The train car was pretty empty, but I'm positive I wasn't the only passenger before.
No way. What's going on? Oh, right, my cell.
Thinking I might be able to find something out if I contact someone, I look at the phone I'm still holding after checking my email. But it seems to have turned off by itself since the screen remains black. No matter how many times I press the power button, it won't turn back on.
It's broken? Of all the times. Guys, you senpai.
Apart from the confusion, a sensation I know all too well starts to rise in me. I can't believe it, but there's no mistake.
This feeling... It can't be. It's like I'm inside the TV.
I'm moving before I can think twice. I yank open the door using the emergency lever and jump out onto the tracks. I begin running towards the Yaso Inaba train station. Now's not the time to stay and cower here. to be continued. All right. So those are the disparate threads. Oh, never mind. We're picking up with Yosuke, apparently. All right. I'm down. So, impatience, investigation team reborn, find the clues, sudden phone call. Okay. So it looks like it continues until it reaches like a to be continued point, and then it like goes and unlocks new stuff. That's pretty good.
Damn it, it's not turning on. The streetlights are all out too. What in the world's going on here?
Oh, so if you look at Yosuke's collar, you can see a little Roman numeral 3. That's because he is a third year at Yasuo Inaba. He's a senior, essentially. Yukiko and Chie will also have 3s. Kanji will have a 2. And Kanji, Naoto, and Rise will have 2s. Teddy won't have anything because he's not a student. The Midnight Channel's come on again. I called up you, and all of a sudden my cell phone's completely dead. What in the world is happening now? I decided to rush to the floodplain for the time being, but there's not a single soul out in the red fog apart from Teddy, who's running right next to me. Isn't this pretty dangerous?
There's no one around. Am I gonna be all alone with Yosuke for the rest of my life? No! Why couldn't I be stuck with a beautiful lady?
I could say the same thing about you. Anyways, we need to get to Junes right now. Let's go.
We're going to Junes? Such devotion to your company in a crisis.
That's not why we're going, moron. Someone from the team's bound to be there now. Whenever anything happened, we always met up there. So if we can't get in contact with anyone, that's the first place to go, right?
Oh, I see. Then Sensei, Chie-chan, Yuki-chan, and even Kanji are probably on their way right now.
Well, maybe not Kanji.
Actually, I could imagine Kanji going straight into the TV world instead.
Except he can't. I mean, that guy went into the TV while he was half asleep. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if the first thing he thought was, I better go into the TV right away.
Still, what was up with that Midnight Channel earlier? I've never heard of it starting before midnight. And what's up with the countdown? This isn't New Year's Eve.
It's a good thing we were in front of the TV. If we missed it, the world could have ended without us even knowing.
Dude, don't even say stuff like that.
If I'm remembering right, he said something about a one-on-one battle within an hour. And that there was... And then there was that short shot of Mitsuru-san and her people up on crosses.
Was that video for real? I doubt Mitsuru-san's bunch would get caught that easily.
Crucifying a lady like that is unforgivable! Yosuke, let's hurry and meet up with everyone so we can go rescue Michan!
Right. You're really fired up about this, aren't you?
And then, I'm gonna get a thank you kiss from the lovely ladies.
Yeah, that's why.
That's what you're after. How much of a horn dog can one bear be?
Huh? Don't you like Michan's amazing bod too, Yosuke?
Well, who wouldn't be interested? Hey, where are you going with this?
But to be serious for a sec, that lady's way too intense for me. It's not that she just pulls off the queen thing to a T. She totally is one. No, wait, now's not the time to be fantasizing about that stuff.
Ugh, don't stop all so suddenly. I don't have bear brakes, you know.
Teddy's saying something stupid again, but I don't have time to deal with it. I turned to Teddy and mentioned the doubt that hit me just now.
Hey, is this fog getting thicker?
It's not just my imagination. The visibility's way worse than when we rushed out of the house. This red fog is definitely getting thicker. This is starting to be way too much like last year's case. And again, the fog that time wasn't red like this.
Yikes, can't you cover your mouth when you sneeze? What's gotten into you?
My nose got itchy all of a sudden. I'm very sorry.
Just hurry up and wipe your nose.
By the way, Yosuke.
What now?
I hope it's just my imagination, but is this road always this long?
Huh?
In spite of myself, I take a quick look around. I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't notice, but why are we running on and on down the floodplain? I can't see too well through the fog, but I don't remember the floodplain going on this long. And what little I can see in the distance looks distorted, like we're in the TV world. I'm really getting a bad feeling about all this.
Hey, Yosuke?
What now?
I've been having this bad feeling all this time. Can I share this scary feeling with you too?
What's with the creepy build-up? Just hurry up and say it.
We're outside the TV world right now, right? This place smells the same.
The same as where?
Well, the same as inside the TV.
Huh? Serious?
Uh-huh. Look, my bare nose is itching up a storm.
Your nose? That's right. Does that mean you can tell where everyone is?
I can kinda tell, but this fog is so thick that it's, achoo!
God, don't turn towards me when you're sneezing! You're sure that's not just allergies?
How rude! I don't have any allergies. My nose has been feeling so itchy that...
Yeah, what a reliable nose you have. Damn it, gotta find everyone somehow. With the town all messed up, even that might be impossible.
The town's really become just like the TV world, and this road, I doubt this road leads to Junes at all. There doesn't seem to be a soul in town. Things like this, are the others really safe?
Huh? What now? Here it comes! My Teddy sensors are picking up something!
I don't know what he picked up, but Teddy begins running down the riverbank. Wait, what the heck's he doing running ahead all by himself? I hurriedly follow him into the riverbed. Whoa.
You still haven't told me what... Huh? Is someone coming?
Sorry about the wait.
You? How did you get here?
Yosuke, hold on a sec!
Huh? Not now, Teddy. I'm glad you're safe, you.
Of course. So you're with Teddy after all.
Oh, that's the other thing about Yu's outfit. He is wearing a 2 because he's not going to Yasogami High in his senior year. That's the cool little detail.
Huh? Well, yeah. You're acting kind of strange. What's going on?
What worthless vermin who can't survive without huddling together.
Huh?
Worthless vermin? Something's not right. Yu doesn't seem his usual self. In last Pre-1 Grand Prix, there were times when the other person was hearing something different than what we said. But that was because Libra's special function was messing with our senses. Could the same thing be happening here?
Yosuke, no! That's not Sensei! He has a strong, shadowy stink!
What?
The Yu here smirks in a totally evil way. Yeah, Teddy's right. This guy definitely isn't Yu.
It's too late. Now, bring on the rain.
That was cool.
Whoa, what the...
When this thing that looks like Yu raises his hand in the air, 4 glowing red pillars fall from the sky to surround us, lodging themselves in the ground. Teddy has to roll backwards on instinct to avoid getting crushed by one of them. Is it a fight?
I'm gonna die!
Teddy, are you okay?
I try to rush to him, but in the corner of my eye, I see one of the red pillars give off an eerie glow.
Ow!
And the next moment, I run right into an invisible wall. That really hurt. I feel like my nose is gonna fall off. This is another thing that's just like the P1 Grand Prix the other day.
Huh? You really don't learn, do you, Yosuke? This is the P1, so obviously the rule is that only the winner can move on. Now, it's about to begin, the first battle of the P1 climax. Is everyone ready? You again? Yosuke, the fake Teddy's back!
You're General Teddy? Seriously? But you were just Labras's...
What are you talking about? You're such a grown ranger, Yosuke. It doesn't matter who I am. Continue this idle speculation, and you'll lose your life rather quickly.
Well, at least we can go all out without worrying about fighting our friends. This is good. I sensed something and instinctively dived to the side. After I do a quick roll on the hard ground, I hurry to get back to my feet. I look back to where I was standing to see the sword Yu swung hitting that exact spot. Holy shit. If that had hit me, I would have been practically dead.
Bastard! What was that for?
There's only one thing that happens in the P1, so I'm gonna draw your weapon, Yosuke.
What are you saying? You seem a lot like you. I can't tell if you're being tricked or not.
Yosuke, there's no need to worry. What you're
Really?
looking at now isn't Sensei. It's a complete fake that I made. So now that there's no need to hold back, go fight it!
A fake?
That's right! What really draws in the crowds at a fighting tournament are chaotic, intense, neck-and-neck battles! So the great General Teddy went to the trouble of ginning up shadows to settle things with you guys.
He made this thing? Yikes. The U here looks exactly like the real deal. Where did General Teddy learn that trick? Wait a second. Even before that, wasn't General Teddy just another form of Labra's shadow? Labras already accepted her shadow and made it her persona. This doesn't make any sense.
What's the matter? You're supposed to be all about fair and square fights. Why won't you hurry up and start this mano-a-mano rumble?
As General Teddy speaks, the fake U readies his sword. Damn, he really is just like the real one.
You're seriously a fake? You're pretty well made.
Of course I am. Was born from your data. My skills are the same. In fact, they are superior. Or are you incapable of doing anything without your friends, Captain Asante?
Oh, you just had to take a jab at my painful memories, didn't you? But I get it now. Since I know you're a fake, there's no need to hold back.
You'll regret acting all down like that. Persona.
What in the world? How did a fake sensei summon a real persona?
Whoa, for real?
Dude, that's so not fair. Aren't you supposed to be limited to summoning personas in the TV world? I have a sharp retort all prepared, but no matter how I look at it, I'm at a disadvantage here. Wait, but hold on. Teddy just said this place smells the same as inside the TV. Could that mean...
Yosuke, you have to run! Hurry!
Stay back, Teddy. If this seriously is a P1, then we won't be able to go on unless I win. With what's happened to the town, this is no time for hesitating. I'm gonna take a chance and go for it.
Close my eyes and concentrate on my feelings. There's no doubt about it. I sense a large power somewhere inside me and hone in on it with my senses. I have to believe in myself. There's a part of me somewhere that's determined not to run anymore. I will defeat this guy and go tell everyone what's going on.
Persona!
Jiraiya! Of course, there's going to be more than one copy of all of them. Whoa, that was a new one.
Here we go.
Garudai. Nice. Damn it. Oof, they're not pulling any punches. Uh-oh.
What amazing clutch hitting! I'm impressed!
Also, it seems like everybody has more hit points or health, so the battles last a little longer, which is also good. The moment I declare victory over the fake you, the red pillars surrounding us shatter with a tinkling noise. If the P1 rules still apply, that must mean the invisible walls are gone now. Man, even though he's a fake, it was pretty tiring to fight another Persona user. Every time I clashed with him, my muscles were burning up. My eyes still feel like they're prickling. Huh. Am I that out of shape?
Yosuke! I believed in you!
As if pushing away the red fog, Teddy comes rushing towards me with a tear-stained face and a drippy nose. I open my arms and reflexively dodge him.
Yosuke?
Dude, what did you expect? You're practically soaking in fog, tears, and snot. I pretend not to notice his offended look and try to come up with something else to talk about.
Well, fake you. Are you... Ah! Whoa!
When I turn around, the fake you starts to melt into black goop before my eyes. This real sight leaves me at a loss for words, but not Teddy.
Ah! Sensei's melted like butter!
Dude, that wasn't the real you. Though this is kind of a gross way to prove it.
Even as we speak, the fake you bubbles up and continues to melt away. I guess they weren't lying when they said this fake was made with a shadow. Still, just because it's a fake doesn't change the fact that it looks like you. Seeing it dissolve like that makes me feel a little sick.
Huh?
Once the fake you completely loses its shape, becoming just a black puddle, these particles of light float up from it into the sky.
What was that?
Hey, Yosuke, and that was a shadow, not Sensei, right?
Yeah, seems like. The real you, I'm pretty sure, wouldn't melt into goo like that.
That's true, but,
What is it? You're being really cagey today.
Labby-chan's kidnapper said he wanted to steal our personas and make them into shadows, right?
Did he succeed?
Do you think Sensei's persona got stolen and became that thing you fought?
What? Like hell that would happen. Wait, it wouldn't, right?
Don't ask me, I asked you first.
No, that's impossible. There's no way he'd go down so fast. But that fake was really strong. The way it fought did seem a lot like the real you.
Anyway, we gotta hurry and find the others. This whole thing is making me more and more nervous. And man, suddenly I can use my persona in the real world? What's happening to this town?
Look at the bridge, Yosuke.
Huh?
What's up?
I smell the real Sensei. And from the other direction, I'm sniffing... Oh, it's Yuki-chan!
Really? Can you smell the other guys too?
No, just those two. Actually, this might not be good. I sense shadows real close to both of them.
What? Damn it. Oh well, we're gonna have to split up. We need to make sure everyone's safe first. After that, we can meet up at Juness. I'm sure you won't get lost with that nose of yours.
Alrighty then. In that case, it's time to fully open up my bare nostrils. Roar! Wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your Teddy is coming for you!
Hey, wait! You didn't tell me where you is!
Roar! Yuki-chan!
Fucking
Damn
Teddy.
it, you perverted bear! You are so getting a pay cut for this!
Said in the other direction, so I guess I'll pull a 180 and go that way. Okay, so there's a lot less, here's what you already know, and a lot more, this is what's we're just gonna do this. The third ordeal? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, for the most part, we're gonna try and keep everything progressing about the same. So this one is now the lower one, so we're gonna go back up here. So that way the story won't get too far ahead of itself. Which is a real concern. Although it will stop at a certain point anyway.
Ah, welcome to the Velvet Room.
I know that voice. When I look around, I see an endlessly blue space that I've come to know well. It's the Velvet Room, a place where the ceiling, floor, and even the walls are a deep azure. It exists between mind and matter, and not far away from me sits two figures.
Did I startle you?
No, but...
Sure that I opened the front door to leave for Juness. Don't remember it ever connecting to the Velvet Room before. Or is this a dream?
I have business with you today, so I've summoned you. Marie?
Hey! Another figure steps forth when Margaret, the resident of this room, calls to her.
Sorry, I asked her to do this. There's something I have to do right now.
Marie, or rather the minor goddess who now protects this town, speaks cryptically of a crisis.
What happened?
I can't really tell you because of the rules of this room, but you've noticed, right? Something terrible's about to happen to this town. I'll do my best to stop it, but that won't even come close to being enough. So, you might end up in danger again. Because of this.
I see. Marie could be said to be the one and the same with this town. Any problems with the town leads directly to problems with Marie, creating a burden on her. Marie's fighting this too.
Leave it to me. I'll protect this town from whatever's coming.
Marie looks surprised for a moment at my words. Then she looks down and says nothing.
Marie, are you okay?
You stupid goody-goody womanizing lame-o. Just hurry and get out of here.
That's a mean thing to say to a person worried about you. Well, that is like her. Still, she may be toughing it out, but I can tell this abnormality is eating away at Marie.
It seems you still have a lot to learn. You may have noticed, but your precious town faces an even greater threat than before. Someone is attempting to merge Inaba with the other world, which you once called the Midnight Channel.
What?
Fortunately, Marie's powers are currently protecting the townspeople. But that will not last long.
That explains where they went.
What do you mean?
A town that's become a labyrinth choked by fog and silence. Inaba exists in a unique time right now.
The dark
Only
hour.
persona users who have accepted their suppressed egos are able to freely move about through the evil red fog. But at this rate, the fog will thicken, and those who cannot use such powers will be swallowed into this world.
So that's what General Teddy meant by within the hour.
This will be the third ordeal thrust upon you.
And not the last.
Or perhaps it is the continuation of the second.
And technically it's the fifth, if Persona Q and Persona Q2 are taken into account.
Will you overcome it with aplomb this time as well?
Go. You can do this. And as for the culprit in this case...
That's odd. Marie's voice is starting to sound hazy. This sensation, I felt it before. It's the feeling I get when I leave the Velvet Room. Wait, no, Marie's not done yet. The culprit in this case. But before I can hear the most crucial part of Marie's message, my consciousness is slowly swallowed by darkness. When I come to, I'm standing in front of the Dojima residence. I can't just stand around here, though. As if to shake off my fears, I start running towards Junes, which is across the floodplain, I believe? I don't remember. I'd have to look at the map of Inaba again.
That's odd. I passed by here earlier, too.
The same sign again, and turns that shouldn't exist. Just like Margaret said, the neighborhoods of Inaba have become a maze in this red fog. It really is just like the TV world. I get the feeling that shadows could come crawling out from the shadows of ordinary buildings. I shake my head at such thoughts. Is this anxiety because of the fog too?
Margaret called this a continuation of what happened the other day.
When Labras was thrown into the TV world, her kidnapper said, "You got the better of me this time." If this is the continuation of the other day, then that means he's already making his next move. The culprit's objective, then, was to gather powerful shadows. Is that what he's setting up to do this time as well? But something's bothering me. What is it? Is there something I'm missing? Just when I'm about to sort through the pieces once more, the red fog parts and I see a familiar building in front of me. Junes? Yeah.
This is Junes. Why is it here?
Out of the corner of my eye, I see a figure pass by and enter Junes through the front door. It's...
Yosuke.
What a relief to see him safe. But it looks like he didn't hear me, because he keeps going and disappears into Junes.
Yosuke, wait!
I hurry after him. The elevators aren't lit and don't seem to be moving, so I ignore them and run up the stairs. Yosuke looked like he was headed for the food court on the rooftop. I have to follow him. Yeah, this is super Dark Hour. Dark Hour also turns off all the power. When I call out to the person standing in the food court, Yosuke turns around while gripping the fence and smirks.
Yo, it's you! Well, I had a feeling someone would show up.
That's what I was thinking too. Are you alone? Where's Teddy?
Teddy? Oh, that useless ball of fur?
Something's not right. Teddy and Yosuke bicker all the time, but their bond of trust is stronger than anyone else's underneath it. But the way Yosuke talked about him just now had this obvious current of disdain to it.
Are you really Yosuke?
Who cares? Either way, you're done for. Plus, take a look at that.
Yosuke points to what's behind me. When I turn to look, I see he's pointing at something beyond the red haze. On the hill beyond the distorted neighborhoods, most likely the site of Yasugami High, where I used to attend, looms a bizarre, long, and unnaturally thin shadow.
What is that?
When I rush over to the fence, the wind pushes away the fog, letting me see that thin shadow for what it really is. A grotesque tower that defies reality, nothing like any normal building. Like Tartarus. The image of Mitsuru-san's people being crucified passes through my mind. Sorry, I had to take off my socks. My feet are getting hot.
Don't tell me.
You understand the rules now? That's where you're headed, if you want to save your precious friends and this world.
I squint to try and get a better look at the tower through the fence, but the fog blows in again and conceals that abomination. As I continue to stare at it, hoping the wind will change, I sense Yosuke move.
Persona. Look out, you!
As I react to Yosuke's move, Yosuke's persona comes charging in with tremendous speed, gouging the fence with its arm. What is going on here?
Persona! And 2 Yosuke's!
Don't be fooled! That's a fake me! Don't get in my way. Persona!
The gold eyes are a dead giveaway. The 2 Jiraiya's clash fiercely, and an immense shockwave shakes up the surrounding air. As the personas cross swords, what look like sparks scatter all across the darkened food court. The 2 Yosuke summon their personas before my eyes.
This guy's not me or my shadow. It's a fake that was made with a chunk of a shadow.
A chunk of a shadow?
General Teddy set this up. He supposedly made these things to force us to fight. Thing is, we can summon our personas here too. We have to beat them all and move on.
The 2 Jiraiyas use the rebound of their powers to put distance between each other. If the opponent is a fake, this shows their skills are perfectly matched.
Yosuke, are you alright?
To be honest, I'm exhausted. But if this is more of the P1, then we can't let ourselves lose.
Oh, so you noticed too. The culprit behind Labrys's kidnapping is doing this as well.
Right. I don't know what they're after, but let's defeat this thing and keep going. Morons! You still don't get it, do you? You're both going down here. Don't act so tough. You might be a copy of me, but there's no way you can beat you and me at the same time. 2 against 1, huh? We're being all fair and square, but I see you'd rather play dirty. Useless vermin who can't do anything unless you're huddled together. You're completely forgetting the rules.
That's a familiar line.
P1 Climax is supposed to be all one-on-one battles. I'm not going to take on 2 of you at once. Now, bring on the ring.
On the fake Yosuke signal, 4 red pillars fall out of the sky. The pillars tower over the food court, surrounding both ourselves and the fake. They give off an eerie light.
Whoa!
What is this?
Come on, first come, first serve. Oh, and I guess I'll tell you something else. Ignoring me and trying to run ahead will get you nowhere. Like I said before, if you want to stop the world from ending, you've got no choice but to head to Yasogami High. Now, though, you're already in the ring. Those red pillars create invisible walls, and there's no way to get rid of them but to win one-on-one. In other words, the only way you can save your world is for one of you to defeat me. Damn it. Invisible walls again? What are we gonna do? Can we trust anything he's saying?
If I think about the way the previous P1 Grand Prix worked, there's no reason to doubt these invisible walls exist. There's no way to confirm what the fake Yosuke is saying, and even if there was, beating him in a 2-on-1 fight resulted in us being trapped here, then it would be a hollow victory.
Jeez, you just don't know when to give in. Can't you just go on and fight when it's not against your friends? You already know it's a fake.
You.
Yes, it's the lovely General Teddy. I've been watching all this time, and what am I seeing? I poured my heart into making fakes who look exactly like you, all to set up a good fight. What more do you want?
Can it? With all that fair and square stuff you were saying, were we somehow not supposed to think something's going on with all this?
Yosuke, how cruel. I just want to feel your fighting spirit. Though, this is fine with me, you know. At such a leisurely pace, the world really will be destroyed. Now, hurry up and fight to the death.
Oh, that bastard. Even the fake one's not half as cute as he thinks.
Calm down, Yosuke. Getting flustered is exactly what they want.
Still, we have no other choice than to fight the fake here. Question is, who will go up against it, Yosuke or me? I'll take them. They're evenly matched. If they're evenly matched, they can't defeat each other. So,
Finally.
I'm sure you'll hardly break a sweat. Just keep going. You're on a roll. Time to go full bore on him. Here we go.
damn, he's fast.
Poisoned. Your stamina's dropping. Let's fight.
Boom.
Yes, you really are strong.
I like the little conversations that your partners give you. That's awesome. The red pillars surrounding us shatter, and the fake Yosuke loses cohesion while black bubbles burst from it. What look like glowing grains of sand quietly emerge from it. As they get caught up in the fog, the glowing grains disappear into the sky.
Really was a chunk of a shadow.
You could have trusted me at least on that part, you know. Though that doesn't make me feel better about seeing this happen so many times.
Many times? Did you fight a fake version of someone else before coming here?
Yeah. It was, a fake you.
Me? Huh. Are you alright?
Oh, sure. I figured out pretty quick that it wasn't you. These guys aren't trying too hard to act like us. It's not like before when they were trying to upset us. But that makes it even more disturbing.
They're not trying to hide, and they're fighting fair. That seems really fishy in itself.
Right? Well, the rule where you have to win one-on-one before moving on seems to be the same as before. But something's telling me we shouldn't believe everything they're saying either.
Yosuke is right. It certainly looks like the culprit has come to settle this fair and square, but he's also taken Mitsuru-san and the town hostage, leaving us no choice but to fight. Which means there must be a reason they're so adamant on fighting us one-on-one.
That reminds me, is Teddy okay? Have you seen anyone else?
Huh? Oh, Teddy sniffed out Yukiko with that nose of his and took off to find her. Some help that guy was. You have no idea how much trouble I had to go through to find you.
Well, you showed up just in time to save me. Anyway, I'm relieved to hear Teddy's nose is working. Let's leave the others to him. We need to get to Yasugami High. There's not much time left until this supposed end of the world.
Whoa, wait a sec. That fake said the same thing, but why Yasugami High?
I don't know why, but it looks like that's where we have to go. See?
When I point to where I saw the tower, Yosuke rushes over to the fence. His flustered expression changes to surprise on seeing the tower looming in the hill past the hazy red fog.
Is that Yasugami High? What's happened to it?
We'll have to go there and find out. Mitsuru-san and her friends are probably there too.
Damn it, everything's going according to their plan, huh?
Yeah, but we have to do this. I'll be counting on your help, Yosuke. What's the matter?
Nah, you're right. It's not that there's nothing we can do without each other. It's that with each other, we can do anything.
That's right. If the P1 Climax rules say we have to fight one-on-one, then we'll obey them. But we're definitely not incapable of doing anything without crowding together. Each of us can be as strong as we need to be, if it's for the sake of others and we believe in the cause.
Sorry. Guess I wasn't thinking straight. Let's go, partner.
I nod. Yosuke looks like he's overcome his doubts, and together we run towards Yasugami High through the maze-like town. Eventually, we reach the base of the hill, where we discover a sign with an arrow pointing towards the P1 Climax main site. Yeah, it's totally Tartarus. It's no longer a maze from here on. There's a little bit of distortion, but it's the usual school route I remember taking every day. If I ignore the P1 Climax flyers pasted everywhere, like election posters, that is.
These again? How much more are they going to bring up those painful memories? Whoa!
Yeah, that's so Tartarus. Yosuke suddenly stops his complaining. What's just come into view for both of us is a strangely decorated school building, just like in the P1 Grand Prix from the other day, and that bizarre tower that looms over the rooftop.
Holy crap! It really is on top of our school. Why is it so big? That voice!
Jesus.
Was that Yukiko?
Let's hurry.
After nodding to each other, we make a dash towards the Yasogami High main gate. Please be safe, Yukiko. So that should be to be continued, right? Yeah, okay. All right, just before I go on to the next one, I have to go to the bathroom and also give my cat a pill, so I'll be right back. I return. Okay. Let's see here. That's the wrong controller. Okay. So we've only got this one. Oh, cool. You can see the little connections. Yosuke goes over here. That's cool. I love that. I love that already. So I imagine that Teddy's going to find Yukiko, and then we'll find out what happened to Yukiko. Or how she got there. Maybe.
Just you wait, Yuki-chan. I'm coming. Huh? It's the same sign again. A dead end this time. What's going on here?
Huh. It's no use. I decided to stop and then concentrate on my nose.
Here it comes. I'm sensing Yuki-chan for sure. Huh? There's something else nearby, too.
Could this be someone trying to approach Yuki-chan who must be so lonely and lost without her Teddy? And score with her? That's unforgivable. My rage is on the verge of exploding.
It's no use. I can only tell that there's two.
Of the two readings near Yuki-chan, one of them seems a bit weird. How do I put this? It was like that sensei that melted earlier.
Could it be someone's fake? This isn't good. Ugh, my nose just won't listen. I mean, work. Oh, I don't even know where I am anymore. I wonder if Yosuke managed to find Sensei. What are you acting like a lost kid for, you idiot? Ah! It's a ghost! You look so spineless. It is none other than I, General Teddy! It's that shameless imposter again.
What's with this inflated ego? First we defeat a fake sensei and now a fake me's shown up? Worse yet, this is the bizarre fake that caused me so much hassle the other day. Looks like I better give it a piece of my mind.
Seriously, what a bearden you are. If you keep dawdling around, the world will go kablooey.
That's right, I can't waste my time here. Hey, why is the fake telling me that? Oh, is this reverse psychology? Is this weirdly dressed clone actually a good guy? Nah, impossible.
You can try to nudge me along all you want, but I'm not fooled. You're an imposter after my good name. Oh, what a rude bear, saying such things after I try to be kind. Well then, I'll tell you something especially good. It does not matter whether I'm real or an imposter. Have you forgotten? You are the same as me. Nothing but a mere shadow.
What's going on? Just when I thought the fake stopped cosplaying as that puffed up general, its voice suddenly changed. How dare he say that I'm the same as a shadow? It's so mean.
That's not true. I mean, I was just an ordinary nobody bear at first, but I met Sensei and everyone else and changed. I'm the one, the only Teddy. Sensei said so. Then tell me this. What would you be if you didn't have your friends?
That's a fucked up face.
Huh? If you are unable to be yourself until recognized by another, what are you truly?
Waiting for a friend?
Don't worry, it's not only you. All the worthless refuse living in this world is the same. That is the extent of the self. It is a squalid concept espoused by weaklings who cannot see themselves save through comparison to others. You lick each other's wounds, finding peace by herding together. Deep in this rotted intimacy, you avert your eyes from the truth. That's not how it is. I just want to be with my friends. They're not averting their eyes either. Regardless, I will kill you slowly and return you and your persona back to shadows. Now, bring on the ring!
When the fake puts his hand up, these red pillars go wham right into the ground. Huh. This is just like when Yosuke fought against the shadow earlier. Let me guess. Does this fake want to pick a fight with me?
What's the matter? Scared? Well then, how about a wager? Whoever wins is the real one. Like I let that happen. There's no way I can lose this. I'll do whatever it takes to prove I'm the one and only Teddy in the world.
Whooshing. Oh, but he doesn't have a partner to help him out. Or to cheer him on, I guess. We'll see if we can get his instant kill, since we didn't see it in the last game.
Final.
Whoa! Okay, wait. It is down, down, down. Kamui kablooey! Oh, but I missed! Oh no! Yeah. You fucking suck balls, bitch! It'd probably help if I knew how Kamui kablooey worked. Wait, I think I have the actual manual for this game.
I did it! I get to keep being the real Teddy! But was fighting always this tiring? I feel more pooped than usual.
Sorry, I'm just taking a look here. Doesn't say. Okay. Right when I get a chance to catch my breath, the pillars split down the middle, and the red fog that had thinned while I was fighting comes drifting in and moistens my adorable bod.
This fog again! Well, that'll do.
Was this fake not really a fake? When Yosuke won, the fake went all blurp, gulp, glub, and got melty, so why is this one still standing normally?
Shadow with an ego. I thought it could be suitable for my scheme, but it seems I'll have to use the other instead.
The other? When General Teddy opens his palm, I can see those shiny thingies in it. Then, just like that, they go flying into the sky like the wind blew them away. What are those shiny thingies? I think I saw them when Yosuke was fighting too.
Come on, what are you staring at? Your friends are already headed to the school. Why aren't you on your way to meet them? Grr. You don't get to boss me around. And what's up with you? You did all this to the town. You keep telling us where we're supposed to go. If you're the enemy, then why aren't you acting more evil? Yeesh. What a noisy bear. Your complaint doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, just hurry up and come to the high school. We're gonna settle the score once and for all there.
So, if a bad guy tells you exactly what you need to do to defeat him, and then tells you that if you don't do that, then he's going to win, he's winning. Both ways. You need to find the third option, if there is one. I'm not sure there is yet.
Wait!
Before I can stop him, General Teddy disappears into the red fog. But I did hear him say that everyone is headed to the school. Why are they all going there? As best as I can remember, the school that Sensei went to is in the same direction that those shiny thingies flew towards.
What is that? There's a huge tower standing where Sensei's high school should be. And what's that red fog swirling around? I think I smell danger from it.
What does danger smell like? Paprika and jalapenos, maybe? I think for a minute. It looks like something bad's happened to Sensei's school, but I promised Yosuke I'd find Yuki-chan. My nose is still all runny, but Yuki-chan's smell hasn't moved from that spot yet, so I know what I have to do.
If the others are headed to the school, then I need to get to Yuki-chan. I'm sure Sensei and the rest can handle everything over there.
Good.
Ah, wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your adorable Teddy is rushing to you at once!
That is trust right there. Everybody's heading to the school, and I have to head to the school too. But I promised I'd rescue Yuki, so I'm going to go do that. I'm going to trust everybody else to do their jobs. Chie. Yukiko. Alright, so Chie's a little farther back, so we will go to her. Plus, I really want to see her instant kill because, trust me, it's going to be worth it. Gonna be worth. Yikes, it's this late already? When I check my cell phone, I see it's already 11:30 p.m. Looking around, I notice there aren't that many houses with the lights still on. We're in the middle of a long holiday, but it's almost tomorrow. This really isn't the time for a scrawny girl like me to be out and about.
Roku! Jeez, where'd you go?
Oh my god, is Chie a cat person? I look around. Oh, she's a dog person. So close, Chie. I look around in search of my pet dog. When I saw the rain had stopped and thunder was dying down, I decided to bring him along in my training after dinner. I didn't count on him getting so scared of the thunder in the distance that he'd run away.
Why do you think I brought you? Taking off and leaving me alone at a time like this really isn't cool. Ah! What the hell? Oh, that thunder's been rumbling non-stop. What should I do? Maybe I'll call up
I stare at my cell phone and then shake my head. Yukin's probably spending some quality time with the Dojimas around now. His long holiday was already kind of ruined by that weird case, so I shouldn't bother him again.
Oh yeah, Yukiko! Wait, she's busy. Oh, if I told Yosuke and Kanji about this, they'd definitely make fun of me. Oh, there's always Teddy! Wait, Yosuke would still find out. Oh, sheesh!
Does she have astrophobia? I think she kind of does. I think that one was pretty close. What should I do? Head back home? Am I remembering right that dogs have a homing instinct? Well, I try to figure out what to do and pick up the cell phone I dropped. I happen to notice the phone's clock. Yikes, it's only a few minutes to midnight. When did it get so late? I'm still staring at my phone dumbfounded when the clock's display suddenly disappears.
No way, it's out of batteries!
I hurry and check my phone, but then I notice something strange. It's not just my phone. The street lights are off and the lights in the houses around me are gone too. The only light that's left is...
Red fog?
Can't keep my voice from trembling. Something weird is going on, so why isn't anyone coming out of their houses? Why is it so quiet? It seems almost like the town's deserted. Actually, it's like the TV world.
There's no way that would happen! What was I thinking?
My laugh gets sucked into the fog covering the area like the fog ate it up and weakly disappears. With a sense of dread creeping down my spine, I turn towards the hill where Yasogami High is and see something even more unbelievable.
Wait a sec, what's that?
Yasogami High should be down that familiar road, but what's actually there is a gigantic, awful-looking tower. Something terrible is happening right now. Almost on instinct, I start running in that direction. Turns out that this weird red fog wasn't the only thing off about the town. I'm in good enough shape that I should be able to reach the hill up to Yasogami High in no time. But for some reason, I can't get there at all. First, I wondered if I'd taken the wrong road in this red fog, but no. It's like the entire town has turned into a maze. And even though I've been running all over town, I haven't seen a single person outside. Seriously, what's going on here? Feeling that I'll get overwhelmed with anxiety as soon as I stop running, I keep going through the desolate streets.
No way! What is this? What's going on?
As I make a mad dash passing through the red fog, I finally reach the Yasogami High entrance. Once I'm there, I can only stand there in a daze.
This... where the P1 Grand Prix took place? Why is the TV world showing up in reality?
From the stupid posters introducing the participants to the tacky decorations, every last detail is exactly the same as when my friends and I fought to save Labras who'd been thrown into the TV world. No, not exactly the same. There's one thing that's different. This time there's a bizarre giant tower looming over the school, like it pierced through the place.
I gotta tell the others!
I quickly take out my phone, but the screen's still black. Oh yeah.
Is someone there?
Uh-oh.
Chie? Is that you, Chie? Yukiko! Oh, thank goodness. My cell isn't working, so I didn't know what to do. I see. I'm glad to hear that. You're probably the best on my list after all. Huh?
My instincts tell me to be on guard. I've always been close to Yukiko, and always will be, and I know she doesn't talk like this. Plus, Yukiko said she'd be busy with a huge group of guests tonight.
You're not Yukiko! Who are you?
Nice pickup.
You don't have to worry. I was never intending to deceive you. I need you to die for me fair and square. What? Wait a sec! Who are you? Why are you after me?
Why?
You see, I'm your enemy. I was made to kill you and your friends. Made?
This sounds like a good time for me, General Teddy, to explain what's going on.
General Teddy? Why are you here? I mean, you were Labras's...
Blah, so nitpicky. With that level of nagging, I worry that you're already turning into an old maid, Chie-chan.
What?
Look, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's not Yuki-chan. It's a total fake that I made. So there's no need to worry at all. You can pulverize her to your heart's content.
Little... There's no need to worry at all. You took the time to make it look like Yukiko, so don't give me that crap!
Oh, really? Then hurry up and die.
Persona!
Right then, I dive sideways like an action hero. The fire that Yukiko, or her fake? Anyway, that fire dances just where I was standing a second ago. No way, does this mean...
Use a persona? Huh? How?
You can use yours too, Chie. Didn't I tell you?
I can? How? I mean, this is the real world.
Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to tell you. This is the P1 Climax, so I want to do these matches fair and square, as equals. Which is why I've made your world the same as the one in the TV!
The same? What do you think you're doing? And what's this P1 Climax thing?
Ah, so many questions. That's just how things are. So hurry up and give us a nice heated battle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that the gong hadn't sounded yet. Well then, let's start this properly.
Bring on the ring! The fake Yukiko raises her hand to the sky. It seems like that was a signal because 4 red pillars come falling down from the sky and slam into the ground, surrounding her and me. Whoa, these are just like the ring posts in martial arts matches.
I'm not in the mood to drag this out, so I'll just give a short rundown. The rules are simple. Win and you get to move on. Lose and you're stuck here.
Actually, losing you die.
By the way, the stupid Kirijo people are captive in the big tower right in front of you,
Yeah.
Chie-chan.
Whatever we're doing is helping him somehow.
If you and your friends don't win before time's up, the world ends. Do you get it?
What? The world ends? Hold up a second. What are you talking about?
It's all up to what you do from here.
You understand the situation now, right? Then, shall we begin?
How can I understand the situation? But our town is a mess, and if it's left like this, there might not be any going back. My town, my school, all the things I want to protect? I make up my mind and take a firm stance.
Yeah, I get it now. That you're the enemy, and that this is just more of the P1 Grand Prix.
Amazing, Chie. It's almost like you're actually a smart girl.
Well, sorry for my lack of brains. Jeez, this is harder to do when I'm up against Yukiko. But I won't hold back.
I take a deep breath and close my eyes. It doesn't matter if it's the TV world or reality. The quiet darkness there is the same. I take another breath and face myself once more.
Persona!
Protect me, Tomoe. The story in this game goes from like 0 to 11 real fucking quick. Damn! Not what I wanted to do. Oops. Boom!
Alright, announcement over. Until next time.
Turbo fucked. Is this signaling the end of the fierce battle? A crunching sound echoes through the area, and the red pillars shatter. What looks like specks of light come out of the fake Yukiko as it melts away without a trace. All I can do is watch stunned as the lights flutter up into the sky, swirling higher towards that bizarre tower.
Chie! Are you alright, Chie?
Suddenly, familiar voices come from behind me. When I turn around, I see 2 figures I know well running towards me through the red fog.
Yukon and Yosuke? Oh, no you don't!
I reflexively take a fighting stance again when I see them rushing towards me. I mean, you can never tell if they're real or not.
We're the real ones. I'm glad you're safe, Chie.
Yukun.
His voice carries that unwavering trust. Yep, this one's no fake. It's the real Yukun.
Yeah, you sure seem like the real deal, Yukun.
What about me? I mean, we've already dealt with our fakes.
Huh? So you guys ran into them too?
Yeah, we've defeated the fake Yosuke and myself. Was that a fake Yukiko?
Seem that way. Actually, what's going on? Is this really the real world?
Looks like it. Even though shadows are running around and we can use our personas.
But that might as well be in the TV. What in the world's going on?
Calm down, will ya? We don't know anything either.
The Midnight Channel came on and General Teddy suddenly declared war on us. Afterwards, the town got swallowed up in that red fog.
The Midnight Channel? Then is what happened with Labrys really not over?
Yosuke and Yukun exchange a glance after my surprised reaction. Was it something I said?
Don't tell me. Did you not see the Midnight Channel? Seriously? I can't believe this. It came up so many times. Why didn't you check?
No one said specifically to watch for it. All this happened suddenly while I was out walking Muku. So I don't know what's going on either.
Fine. Anyway, the town's in serious danger right now.
That reminds me. General Teddy said something earlier about the world ending.
Right. General Teddy says that if we don't win this tournament within the hour, the world will end. Apparently, he's holding Mitsuru-san and her friends captive in that tower.
What? He is?
I look up once again at the creepy tower looming behind me. That General Teddy talked a lot about doing things fair and square, but he's taken hostages and messed up our town. What choice do we have but to fight?
Actually, I just noticed. Where's Yukiko? And is Kanji-kun okay?
Teddy's headed over to Yukiko, and I doubt Kanji will go down that easily. We don't have any time right now. Let's leave those two to the others. We need to go rescue Mitsuru-san's group at once.
What should I do? What do I need to do? I understand what Yukun is saying, and I get that the situation is bad, but I'm still worried about Yukiko, and I can't make up my mind.
Chie, believe in your friends.
He's right. If I go off selfishly looking for Yukiko, the world could be in even more danger. Yukiko and Kanji-kun are both good friends who've fought alongside me this long. They're not so weak that some fake Teddy could take them down. I'll do what I have to. I make sure to look back into Yukun's kind eyes before nodding heartily.
Let's go, Yukun!
Damn, we've almost got a full party. The hell?
Yeah. You're gonna believe in your friends and be the winners of the P1 Climax, is that right?
And who the
Playing
fuck are
friends
you?
here? That's freaking lame. My name's Sho Minazuki, and you guys are in my world now.
That seems bad.
Come on, no need to get all nervous. I came all this way to say hello.
What the fuck? Suddenly, the eyes of this show guy gleam red. I have no idea what's happening.
What is this?
Even though we're standing a little ways from him, all three of us are suddenly glued to where we stand by some immense pressure. Like we're suddenly at the bottom of the ocean.
My legs! I can't move!
It's not like we're being pressed towards the ground. It's just like an intense pressure pushing in on us from all directions. Never felt anything like it before, but it's making every bone in my body creak like they could snap at any moment.
You look like you're in pain. The look on your faces is just epic. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Man, this power's useful. Oh right. Good evening. I'm Sho Minazuki, the culprit behind these shenanigans.
You are?
That's right. I'm the one that invited you here, and I'm showing myself right now. Now that I've shown you the way here, it's time for a showdown with Sho. Get it? Oh, shit! That ain't funny! What's the matter? Laugh! Wasn't it funny? Come on, laugh! I guess I'll dismantle one of them. I doubt that'll matter much.
What? What's with this guy? He's definitely not normal. He was laughing like an idiot a moment ago, but all of a sudden he's thrusting his sword at Yosuke's neck. This is bad. If I could at least get my legs to move, I could kick away that sword before it hits Yosuke. Is this guy really the culprit we're after?
Oh, come on, why right now?
Suddenly, this show guy closes his eyes and acts like he's talking to someone. No way. A persona comm? Could he have someone on his side with powers like Risei-chan's? After Sho finishes talking to whoever it is, he turns towards us and laughs like everything's normal.
Sorry, we got more guests of honor. You guys are just the ginger on the side of the sushi, so all you get to do is look for your friends in the tower. But we have plenty of fun in store for the investigation team. You'll sure look forward to it.
He knows about the investigation team. That's weird. He knows that they call themselves the investigation team. What? Another joke? The way he acts definitely isn't normal. The way he moves is almost inhuman. That show guy slips past us while we're still paralyzed, then melts into the red fog as quickly as he came. It's only once he's completely disappeared that we're finally released from the pressure, gasping for breath. Well, that was creepy.
Damn it! What's with that guy? Is he really the culprit?
We have to hurry and go after him! He's way too dangerous to leave him be!
Also true.
No. Teddy, Yukiko, and Kanji are still in town. If Teddy's nose is working, they may have met up already.
So we're gonna leave that guy to just Teddy and Kanji? I mean, Naoto and Risei might find their way here, but...
No, that show guy said they have more guests of honor now. At the very least, he's not after us for the time being.
Oh...
Wait, but what's that supposed to mean? Who are these guests of honor?
When we watched the Midnight Channel, Labris wasn't one of the captives it showed. The Shadow Operatives are Mitsuru-san's team. But no one said the ones we met are the only members. If their leader is in danger, it's only natural they'd send a rescue squad.
Good call.
Also, after the thing with Labris, Mitsuru-san mentioned something about maybe having some idea who the culprit might have been. If that culprit is the show we met, it wouldn't be strange if he already knew Mitsuru-san and her team from before he met us.
So, the guests of honor he mentioned could be the other Shadow Operatives, come to rescue Mitsuru-san's group.
That's right. Sho is underestimating us. If Yukiko and the others meet up with the Shadow Operative backup, they won't lose easily, not even to Sho.
Wow, you really are smart.
All right.
Level 5 in knowledge, baby!
Should get up this tower quick and rescue Mitsuru-san's group while he's not around.
Yeah.
Yukon and Yosuke run on ahead just like usual. Yeah, this is a familiar scene. Even with that scary-looking tower, it doesn't seem so bad now that my friends are with me. There's nothing to worry about. Yukiko, Teddy, Kanji-kun, Risei-chan, even Naoto-kun. No matter what separates us, I'm sure we're all connected. That's what lets me go on. Maybe it's silly to think that way at a time like this, but it cheers me up a little. I follow behind the other two as fast as I can. Oh, and we're gonna keep going. All right. It's good that we get into the school, but just as I thought, it's nothing like the Yasogami High I remember. It's even more distorted than the TV world version of the school we saw when we saved Labris. And with the red fog creeping in, it's 3 times as eerie as last time. I walk in nervously, like I'm hiding behind Yukon and Yosuke. This is so humiliating.
It's the same here as in town. The layout of the classrooms is all out of whack.
I wonder how long this hallway goes on for. I keep passing by the same rooms.
That reminds me. I remember a story like that. Something about the 7 mysteries of the school and a hallway that loops endlessly.
Hey, cut it out!
Yosuke starts talking about stuff he doesn't need to. He knows I hate that stuff. Telling a ghost story here is like adding more sauce to an already overflowing beef bowl. I know he's kidding around to cheer me up, but honestly, it's not doing much for my mood. That aside, the tower on top of the school seems pretty huge. We need to get up there, but I can tell it'll be tough going if we have to wander back and forth through hallways like this. Not only that, those fakes will probably attack us again too.
So, do you think that show guy really is the culprit?
Who knows? It's pretty suspicious that he's taking credit for all this, if you ask me. Then again, he didn't seem like an ordinary guy. When his eyes gleamed red, I lost control over my muscles. Like he commanded them, don't move.
If that was a type of hypnosis, it's pretty powerful. If Sho is the culprit, he could have controlled those hijackers the same way.
You couldn't mention that back at the food court. According to him, there was a hijacking to cover up Labris' kidnapping. The hijackers had no memory at all about what happened. It's true that when those red eyes stared at us, I felt a peculiar sense of intimidation that chilled me to the bone. With such incredible power that I couldn't believe it came from a person like us. As we remember things and talk them over, we start to sort out details about that show guy. He had red hair, a big scar on his face, 2 swords. Huh? Wait, there was something else I noticed.
Hey, wasn't he wearing our school's uniform?
Huh? Oh, now that you mention it, it did kind of look like it.
I'm sure of it. I've never seen a school uniform like that besides ours.
Then does that mean Sho goes to Yasugami?
What? You're serious? Is it possible for us to not know about a guy who sticks out that much?
I did think from last time that the culprit would be someone with ties to Mitsuru-san. I still can't shake that theory.
There's more than one person.
Oh, maybe he transferred here. Or it could be his older brother's uniform.
Dude, don't go drawing up the culprit's whole family tree just on a hunch. I bet he's just a ghost or something like that. Maybe he has a grudge against our school?
Kick him. The moment I try to raise a protest about Yosuke swerving the conversation back to a ghost story, I sense a presence of some kind up ahead, covered up in the red fog. Yukon grips the sword at his side.
What is it?
Be on guard. Don't leave my side.
No shit!
You're
The
kidding me.
fuck are you doing here?
Hey guys, long time no see.
Are you serious?
Fucking Adachi. Fucking Adachi. Fucking Adachi! What the hell is he doing here? Oh, he does have a persona. Okay, so that links back over here. And we can't keep going, so we got to go back and do this one. Fucking Adachi. My cell phone remains unresponsive, and the shopping district is still enveloped in red fog. What General Teddy said on the Midnight Channel is true. On a hunch that this is a continuation from last time, I dashed out of the inn and ran to the shopping district, but I saw there were 2 kanji-kuns. I dropped my gaze and sighed before looking back at the 2 kanji-kuns, who seemed to be having a silent stare-down. If looks could kill.
Hey, Kanji-kun.
What's up, Yukiko-senpai? What's up, Yukiko-senpai?
I can't help but sigh again as the 2 kanji-kuns respond in stereo. I think one of them is a fake, but they act so much in unison that I can't tell them apart. What's this sort of thing called again? Synchronized swimming?
Look, you bastard, don't go bothering Yukiko-senpai. What? You're the one bothering her, you imposter? What was that? I'm the real one! Bullshit, you don't look anything like me, damn it!
The 2 kanji-kuns start squabbling. Kanji-kun is the same in any situation. Actually, these 2 look like they're getting along pretty well. I'm starting to think that I could just leave them here.
You little... Then try this, goddammit! Tell me exactly how old I was when I last wet the bed.
Oh, it was when you were in 2nd grade, right?
Why do you know that? Why do you know that?
Your mother told me once. Sorry, I don't have any more time to waste. Oh, I know. What if we say the one who can summon his persona is the real one?
But that's impossible. It's not like we're inside the TV right now. Ha! You're giving up before even trying? You dare call yourself the real me?
So I'm guessing Kanji B
Put your
is
guts
the...
into it. Summoning a persona is no big deal at all. Persona!
Kanji B is the fake.
Oh, it worked.
What? Seriously? How's that, Yukiko-senpai? Now you know I'm the real one. Oh, no you don't, you bastard! If you could do it, so can I! Come on out! Persona! Whoa! That actually worked!
Yeah, Kanji A is the real one.
Hey, what are you copying me for, damn it? What? You're the one copying me!
And we're back to square one. But if Kanji-kun's managed to summon his persona, does that mean I can use mine? Would just defeating both of them solve the problem? That sounds like a great idea.
Yuki-chan!
That voice.
There's a lot more cutscenes in this too. I like it. When I look towards the fog where the familiar voice comes from, a familiar round shape is approaching me. Could that be a shadow? Oh. Light him on fire. Why not?
Why? How cruel! I'm your precious teddy bear!
Wait, Teddy?
He seems exhausted, but this is indeed Teddy, though I can't tell if he's the real one or not.
Yuki-chan, you weren't thinking I might be an imposter, were you?
Well, maybe a little.
So mean! Just take a look at my fur! It's apparent that I'm the real Teddy! See?
Teddy goes from staggering around to leaping at me with open arms. I swiftly move out of the way. Please let that be a running joke. Teddy ends up embracing the ground with an odd groan. I wonder if that was a bit mean.
So cruel!
I mean, I can't tell if you're the real one or not.
I keep telling you I am! I just beat the fake me a minute ago!
I want to believe you, but I'm already having a hard time telling which of these two is which.
You just need to use the power of love to tell them apart.
Huh? You can tell the difference?
Of course I can! My love for you would never, ever be fooled by a fake.
Then can I leave this to you?
Leave what to me?
Teddy, perfect timing. You know I'm the real one, right?
Ah! A double serving of kanji? So these were the two things I was sensing near Yuki-chan.
That's why I'll leave it to your love to tell them apart.
Impossible! I'm completely, totally vetoing this idea. I mean, there's no love involved.
The hell did you just say? You should be able to at least tell the difference, damn it!
Ah! Both of those sound like things kanji would say.
So that's the limit of your love for Kanji-kun.
Can we just say that they're both fake?
That's what it comes down to in the end, right?
What? Why are you listening to him?
Would that be bad?
Of course it would. Assuming that from the start is pretty messed up.
Oh, I know. Could you use your nose to figure this out, Teddy?
I wish I could, but this red fog is getting in the way. My nose is no use right now.
Wait, does that mean you're a fake after all?
Not at all! There's a good, complicated reason for it!
Hey, Ted, just do something and tell us apart, damn it! Yeah, you moron, I'm disappointed in you.
Two kanjis are worse than one. Okay, Teddy, stay still, concentrate, and... Achoo! Oh, whoops! My nose got stuffed up.
What?
Even Teddy can't tell them apart. We'll never make any progress at this rate. What else could we try?
Jeez, what a useless bear. You say that, but I bet you're actually pretty relieved. What did you say? You're the one breathing easier, asshole. What was that? I'll take your punk ass down!
God, this is repetitive. As they continue their endless squabbling, I think desperately for a plan. As soon as I get an idea, I whisper to Teddy. This might work.
Ooh, good idea, Yuki-chan. Well then, let's bring it on!
People of Inaba, welcome! It's time for Who's the Best Inaba Resident?
What is happening?
Huh? What the?
Question number 1. How many stories is Yasogami High School's classroom building?
3.
We're really doing this? It's 3 stories. You bastard! It was my turn to answer!
Correct! Now on to question number 2. Every day is Customer Appreciation Day.
I actually don't know.
at Junes. How many stories does it have?
2 stories!
Correct! Now for question number 3. From Shiroku's store, how many buildings away is the Moel gas station?
4.
It's 4 buildings.
Correct!
I can't believe I got that right.
4. Take the sum of the numbers in the answer so far, multiply by 8, and divide that by 3. What do you get?
Huh? Wait, what does that have to do with being an Inaba resident? Too easy. It's 24.
You're the fake.
Correct again! And...
You're the culprit!
Teddy and I simultaneously point to the Kanji-kun, who answered correctly with a flourish. Thank goodness. Surprising as it seems, the plan worked. I really didn't think it'd be this easy.
How do you figure? I was right. Take 3 plus 2 plus 4, multiply that by 8, and divide by 3, and that's 24.
You don't get it. There's no way Kanji could do math like that. Heck, he can hardly do basic arithmetic. Therefore, you're the fake!
He was even dumber than I imagined. He's so stupid that I ended up playing around. Huh? You picking a fight with me?
I'm sorry for treating you like an idiot, Kanji-kun, but it was all I could come up with, and the plan did confirm you're the real one, so...
I'm glad we figured it out, real Kanji-kun.
Yeah, but come on. What kind of way was that to tell us apart?
Don't worry, no one would be shocked at this point.
You making fun of me or trying to cheer me up?
Yes?
How long are you gonna keep this up, damn it? Just because my cover's been blown doesn't mean that's the end. It's time for the real reason I'm here. All right, bring on the ring!
As soon as the fake Kanji-kun cries out, 4 red pillars fall around us. They slam to the ground with a heavy sound and give off a dull light, like a signal in this fog-covered town. At the same time, the fake Kanji-kun who called down the pillars suddenly starts gyrating for some reason. The way he's talking now, is that...
Ah! This again? Kanji seems dangerous.
Now let's get this full-on muscle battle going! I can't wait to get you in a hold. This bastard again. A full-on battle, huh? Fine, you're on!
That didn't make them any less overblown. Can't we just leave these two here?
Yuki-chan, your inner thoughts are leaking out.
Oh? I'm totally okay with me, you know. You could just stay here. But you can't go on unless you've beaten me raw. Won't
Lewd.
that be trouble for you?
Huh? Is that true, Teddy?
It seems like it. When those red pillars glow, it makes these invisible walls, just like the last P1 Grand Prix.
That's right! Until someone takes me to heaven, none of you are going anywhere.
I'll do it then. I need a refresher.
Whoa, hold it! That's my shadow. I can deal with my own crap.
I'm gonna pass. It's too early for me to step into that world.
Huh? Damn it, Teddy, I told you that's not how I am!
Jeez. Well, then let's decide with rock, paper, scissors. That's fair, right?
Let's have Kanji beat the shit out of himself. That seems most appropriate. The fact that they're not even treating it like as a threat, it's just like, you guys want to fight him? I mean, I'll get him, but look at that face.
Finally.
All the music.
Take this.
Oh, damn.
Take this. One more. Smack down.
Please be gentle.
Want some? Want some? One more. Smack down.
We're not gonna let this get you, are we?
Stay on me.
So scared.
Take this. Eat this.
Take this.
Hey. Break it half.
Please be gentle.
Eat this. Want some? Want some? Take this.
Just a little more.
I'll like that. Let's finish this. Get ready to hurt.
The Man Series. Bro Fist.
Here goes, damn it. Feel the pain.
Oh.
Right.
Wrecked.
So good. I'm totally satisfied.
destruction. 'Cause it's too late now. You've totally fallen for our plan.
When the fake Kanji-kun's words end, a cracking sound echoes and the red pillars shatter. As the red fog suddenly thickens, the fake Kanji-kun begins to melt like a chocolate put out over a flame.
Whoa, what the hell?
No way! Kanji-kun melted!
Yukiko-senpai, that's the fake.
We watch in surprise as the fake Kanji-kun completely melts, and then what looks like golden powder comes flying out of the puddle. The powder shimmers a bit before it mixes with the fog and vanishes into the sky.
Wait, does this mean that wasn't my shadow? I seriously thought that part of me was coming back for more.
Good lord, Kanji, stop being dumb.
Oh, nope. General Teddy made that fake by kneading up a chunk of a shadow.
Seriously? Then all we had to do from the start was beat the crap out of it.
That's not my fault. You two were the ones getting all up in each other's faces.
Hey, Teddy, could that General Teddy be the culprit after all? Wouldn't that make him the one behind Labrys's problems too?
I don't really know about that. Who is that General Teddy anyway? All I know is that he's an imposter of mine.
Huh? If you don't know, then there's no way we'd know. But if he can do this to our town, then he's not an ordinary person.
You got that right. Didn't they say he brainwashed the hijackers when Labrys got kidnapped?
Indeed. For example, even if the culprit happens to be a Persona user like us, covering the whole town in red fog and creating fakes of us from shadows is beyond what normal people can do. I'm sure there must be something bigger lurking behind this case.
And that's not all. There's one other thing I noticed. It happened to me too, but when Yuki-chan and Kanji were fighting the fakes, tons of these shiny things were flying out.
What do you mean, shiny things?
Oh, I think I know. That's what we saw when the fake Kanji-kun was melting too, right?
Yep, you got it. That stuff never used to come out when we fought. What could it be?
Good question. Also, how should I put this? It seems like fighting in this fog is tiring everyone out faster than usual.
Huh? Yeah, now that you mention it. It's like when we would go into the TV world without Teddy's glasses.
Huh? That reminds me, we haven't tested out the glasses. If you need them, I have some right here.
No, that's okay. It's true that I can't see very far, but I can still see where I'm going. And the exhaustion comes more when the fighting ends, not during the battle.
So, what does that mean? When those shiny things come out after a fight, we get really tired?
Jeez, you really are stupid, aren't you, Kanji? The shiny things and getting tired are two separate things.
So what then? This is all because you suck at explaining shit.
Teddy and Kanji-kun begin their usual squabbling. They really are good friends, aren't they? But something Kanji-kun said catches my attention, and I start to conjecture a few things. Kanji-kun and conjecturing. No, now's not the time for this.
Hold on a second. Sorry, what did you just...
Jesus.
Yukiko-senpai?
Has Yuki-chan lost it?
You're right, sorry. This is nothing.
No, hang in there, me. I can't crack up now. I take a deep breath before looking back to Teddy and Kanji-kun.
I was thinking that Kanji-kun might have been right just now.
Huh? What'd I say?
I know, I remember. He said that when the shiny things come out, you get tired.
Right. I thought that actually could be the case.
Huh? I don't really get it. What do you mean?
Well, could it be that that's what the culprit is really after? He's making us fight, getting those shiny things to come out, and... what would he want with them?
No! You totally had us going, Yuki-chan.
So, you didn't figure out the important part? Is his goal just to make us tired?
I don't know.
What could this all mean? I wish I could concentrate and think, but this fog is just so...
Ah, gross, Ted!
Sorry. It's just that this red fog keeps violently irritating my nose. Oh!
Huh? What is it?
I did notice something about those shiny thingies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Those shiny thingies have all been flying towards Sensei in your school on the hill. When I fought General Teddy earlier, he told me to head to the school, too. Something smells fishy about that place.
So what's the deal? If you knew something, why didn't you spit it out before?
Well, let's go there. If the others noticed it too, I'm sure they're on their way already. Teddy, can you lead the way?
Leave it to me. You two, follow me.
Blech. As Teddy tries to lead the way, he gives an especially loud sneeze. Should we really be following him? But we have to trust him for now. He did find Kanji-kun in me after all. I let Teddy take the lead, sneezing like a foghorn all the way as we all run together towards Yasugami High. Alright. Whoa. Way down. Way down. Interesting. We're already a third of the way through this story. God damn. I'm impressed. We'll go with Naoto first. Because who doesn't like Naoto?
The town becomes a labyrinth as the clock strikes midnight. It's just like the dark hour described in those documents.
I take a deep breath and check my surroundings. First, I review the situation. If I remain calm and collect as much data as I can, I should be able to put together a picture of what's going
No
on.
one's here yet. I'd have thought someone would have come straight to Junes.
From what I could tell on my way here, the town is utterly empty. Are you, Senpai, and the others all right? If this phenomenon is the same as the Dark Hour from the documents, then the only ones capable of moving about in it are persona users like us. Why? If this was deliberately induced, then what is the culprit's aim in doing so? Since my call with Labras was cut off, I have no idea about her safety either. Is the helicopter she and her companions are riding on safe? And what happened to Mitsuru-san and her retinue? This is a dangerous line of thought. I'm losing my cool and I can't keep my thoughts straight. I'm no detective in this state.
Calm down. If I start worrying, there'll be no end to it.
I take another deep breath. I know already that the red fog filling the area isn't as poisonous at first blush. I did consider that the enemy might be employing an airborne toxin, but the whole town is covered in the stuff. There's no way to move about while still avoiding it.
Still, it may be best to try not to breathe it in to the extent I can avoid it.
Huh? Naoto-kun?
Huh?
I'm thrown for a loop at being called to out of the blue. I was so lost in thought that my reaction is slightly delayed.
Chie-senpai, is that you?
Uh-huh. Why?
Thank goodness you're safe. What about the others?
How should I know? They've got nothing to do with me.
A cheerful answer, but the tone of which sounds like Chie-senpai's usual self. But her actual words ring a warning bell in my mind.
My senses seem untampered with. From which I take it that you are not Chie-senpai. Who are you?
Little me? I'm Chie Satonaka, though I'm a fake one, based on the real Chie.
I see. So you make no effort to hide your true nature. And what are your intentions?
What a foolish question, even for me. The town was covered in the strange red fog shortly after the disappearance of Mitsuru-san and her people, and now a false Chie-senpai identical to the real thing stands before me. I have no inkling as to the enemy's goals, but it is at least apparent that they expect to fight us in order to accomplish them.
Isn't it obvious? I came to fight you.
Are you? Rather, is the culprit who created you the same one who seized Labras? Or is it an accomplice of his?
I want information right now. Even if what stands before me is an imitation, it is honestly answering me this much. I felt that it would be smarter to draw out as much information from it as possible.
You really are sharp, aren't you, Naoto-kun? But who cares about any of that? Persona!
What?
A familiar shadow takes form behind the fake Chie-senpai. Impossible. As close as these fakes are, they are not the genuine article. Yet not only was this one able to summon the same persona that Chie-senpai uses, it did so in the real world? What in the world is going on here? After dodging the attack, I jump back and draw the gun at my side. This is no illusion. That was a heavy strike with considerable weight behind it.
Did I surprise you? Oh, sorry. I meant it as a little read.
It seems the circumstances are different from before. What sort of scheme is unfolding now?
Salty, that's supposed to be the detective's job. If you don't hurry and get ready, you'll get yourself hurt.
So you have no intention of providing answers. Very well.
Ooh, now that's our Now-chan. It's so convenient for us that you catch on quick.
Is that General Teddy?
You understand without me having to explain, right? Thanks for participating in the P1 Climax. Now then, on to Now-chan's first round. Obviously, this is a serious battle with nowhere to run. Oh, by the way, Mid-chan and the others you're looking for were smushed and captured by me, General Teddy. In other words, if you keep winning in the tournament, you might be able to save them.
Though I had considered this as a possibility, I can't help but furrow my brow at General Teddy's words. So Mitsuru-san and her team were indeed captured. Shadow operatives are professionals when it comes to shadow-related matters, so if our opponent captured them so easily, we clearly cannot afford to underestimate.
Oh, and you can use your persona too now, Tokum. Well then, bring on the ring!
Immediately after the fake's cry, red pillars appear mid-air, surrounding us. They swiftly fall, embedding themselves into the ground. So this is the ring this time. I can surmise the basic rules. It's fair to say invisible walls stretch between the pillars, and I will not be able to proceed until the match is completed. In which case, there's only one option open to me.
It seems I haven't time to waste, so I won't bother holding back. Persona!
Great! That's the Tokum I know! That makes it even more fun crushing you!
I wouldn't be so certain. You can never win against me.
The 2000 IQ Killjoy Detective.
Finally! Fight!
There!
I think they
Okay.
Nice. How do I Mudo? Anti-Shadow SP Pistol Alpha. Beta. If the enemy's fake counter is at 0, this attack will instantly KO the enemy. Had to reload. Judge of Hell. Gotcha.
Farewell.
Headshot.
Perhaps I took it too far.
Interesting. So they actually have to run into one of those things to get the kill.
Oh, I lost. Well, I guess that's enough.
As I said, you cannot win against me. Our forms can be mimicked, but you can never replicate our inner drive.
It was strong. Though I wore a brave face to intimidate my opponent, had I put one foot wrong, it could have been me who was defeated. For some reason, I feel much more exhausted than I remember being the case when I would fight inside the TV world. Is it because of my opponent's abilities, or...?
This is a setup.
There was a mighty cracking sound and the red pillars to the four sides of me shatter. I'd evidently emerged the victor without any problems and gained the right to proceed. As that happens, the false Chie-senpai begins to disintegrate before my eyes. Must have been created by tampering with a shadow.
What is that?
What appears to be grains of light float up from the rapidly dissolving fake. They form a ribbon of light, drawing an arc in the air, and drift away in a particular direction as if drawn to something. Thinking back upon the battle, I believe I saw similar grains of light whenever my persona and the fakes would clash. What are they? Could they be fragments of something? I honestly have no idea. When I follow the light with my eyes, I can scarcely believe what I see. There's an enormous and bizarrely shaped structure which has no place in a rural town or anywhere else in the real world.
Is that the hill where Yasogami High is? The orbs of light are gathering there.
Something's off. The opponent's methods are different from Labrys' case. They're challenging us head-on now. The salient aspects of this case are the red fog enveloping the real world, a giant tower atop Yasogami High, the grains of light that appear in battle, and the strange exhaustion I feel. Suddenly, something pops into my mind. Those documents I obtained from public safety, one of them detailed a past case involving Mitsuru-san's team, involving a giant tower that only appeared during a special period of time. If I recall correctly, it was called Tartarus? That aberrant tower was built to call forth something monstrous. Is it possible that...
Is the culprit of this case intending to...
Whoa. Whoa!
Ask, but do not needlessly inquire further. Now is not yet the time.
Possible. This was unlike my encounter with the false Chie-senpai. I was paying close attention to my surroundings. Yet this man suddenly appeared behind me as if from thin air.
Shirogane, you will be making your exit here. Die.
A clear voice pierces the red fog, and the next sound that reaches my ears is what seems to be a blade slicing the air. Naoto, please no die. Naoto, please no die. I like you, Naoto. Nothing new unlocked, which means we gotta go over to Risei-senpai. Not Risei-senpai. Risei-chan.
What is this? What's happened here?
What I saw when I finally reached Yasuo Inaba Station was an eerily distorted building and a town that had turned into a maze. I keep walking for a while and eventually made it to the floodplain, but I didn't see any people around at all. And that feeling I've had ever since the train stopped so suddenly. By the time I reach Inaba, that twinge has changed into certainty.
This is exactly like the TV world. But if that's true, then...
I don't know what's going on, but if this is the same as the TV world, then there's something I can do. I concentrate hard and speak to the presence sleeping inside me, the way I've gotten so used to doing.
Come. Persona!
Himiko!
I knew it! I can use my persona. I don't know what's going on, but I might be able to find everyone.
Ow! I concentrate once again and search for presences. My senses slowly sharpen. At first I can only feel out what's near me, but then it extends further and further out. Eventually my senses spread all across the town like I'm reaching my arms out wide. The readings I get are faint and hazy, probably because of the red fog everywhere, but I pick up on several familiar presences. But it doesn't seem like my attempts to reach them are working.
Really no use after all.
Even though we have the same type of power, I wonder if things would be different if Fukusan was doing this. Just the other day, Fukusan saved everyone from a bad situation, from much further away than I could manage. If she were here, she could probably support her companions even through this fog.
I don't have the power to fight. I can't even give proper backup. I'm no good to anyone.
My concentration breaks and what readings I had slip into the fog. Just as I'm about to fall to my knees in despair, a strong reading I can sense even without focusing appears in the sky.
Huh? What?
It's a bird? It's a plane? No, it's Elizabeth!
Down from the sky with a loud declaration came a woman in blue? The lady descends lightly and gazes at the dumbstruck look on my face with a slightly cocked head.
Please excuse my raucous entrance. If I recall correctly, you are everyone's Rosette, the announcer of the P1 Grand Prix, no?
Huh? That wasn't really me. Wait, who are you?
Also, it's not a mistake that all of the attendants of the Velvet Room have yellow eyes. It's not a mistake. I don't know necessarily what it means. I have some theories, but I know that it's on purpose. You know, I remember those blue clothes from the P1 Grand Prix. She's the one with tremendous power that General Teddy was mad at, calling her an intruder. I don't think she's an enemy. Granted, I have no idea who she is.
Pardon me. I am Elizabeth, the wandering elevator attendant who has presently totally abandoned her duties. I once presided over a certain power in a certain room, but for opaque reasons I am brilliantly... No, currently on a wandering journey.
You presided over power? Okay.
Greatestly, exactly.
It feels odd to bring this up, but it was okay for you to abandon your duties?
Oh no.
Oh? Can you explain the question?
I guess I kind of abandoned my duties once too. I ran away from where I was. But now that I'm trying to make a comeback, it's been really tough. This news of a comeback concert isn't grabbing me either.
Hey, pay attention. Situation here.
A concert, you say? I know of such things. It is a mysterious ritual that only chosen ones can perform. Within a flood of sound that tempts people, the crowd repeats a chaotic dance to their heart's content, eventually achieving a state of rapture.
It's not like that.
By the way, Miss Rosette, are you sure that you should be reposing in a place like this?
Huh?
I have been observing this town state for some time now, and it seems this red fog has completely enveloped it. If left as is, I do believe that matters will take a turn in an unfavorable direction for you and your friends.
What? Elizabeth, do you know something? Is you, Senpai? Is everyone okay?
My, why are you asking me? When it comes to searching for your friends, I recall your power being uniquely suited to the task.
I can't find anything in all this fog. It's no use.
I see. In other words, you are grieving for your powerlessness, electing to stand here without attempting to search for your friends on your own.
AKA, suck it up, Cupcake, and start walking.
What a disappointing turn of events. I have no interest in such a dull person. Please excuse me.
She's right. Why was I standing around here? Why did I keep worrying so much? Everyone may be in trouble, but I can move. I can think. I might even be able to help if I can get close enough to pick up on everyone's location. Until I've run around so much I can't take another step, searched as hard as I can, and done everything in my power. I have no right to whine that it's no use.
Elizabeth! What seems to be the matter? I have already lost interest in...
No, I just wanted to thank you. I'll try doing what I can.
Oh, what a horrific change of heart. Or is that heroic? Either way, it seems you have realized the potential that slumbers within you. Truly impressive. But if you were to encounter a shadow right now, your current strength would not be sufficient to fully beat the snot out of it.
Huh?
Which is why I have the sudden urge to test whether your resolve is truly sincere.
Wait, what are you...
Please, do not waste your breath as I come at you. Your fate is in the cards.
Huh? What? Why is this happening? No, I need to go look for everyone. When the shadow that appears behind Elizabeth swings its sword, a shockwave shoots forward, parting the red fog and gouging the concrete at my feet. This isn't good. At this rate, Elizabeth will wipe me out before I can find everyone. No, I'm going to protect you, Senpai, and all the others, no matter what.
I will not miss again. I hope you are prepared.
Persona!
So it's worth noting that Elizabeth and Margaret are the
My persona?
bonus bosses of their respective
Starting
games,
to grow excited.
which means that they're incredibly powerful.
Say it's been rather a long time since I last felt this exhilarated.
I am going to do this.
And I say that to make it clear that when you quote-unquote beat Elizabeth, she lets you
Do
win.
this now. From here on out, I've made my decision. I'm going to stay and protect everyone.
Now, show me the transformation of the potential within you. Burn it into my memory.
That's right. Rise is now a playable fighter. She ain't giving up. Also, fun fact, Rise's weight is the only female weight that is actually shown because she's an idol. Her weight is public knowledge.
Finally.
I see. Come on, here I go. Huh? Oh, no. Here I go. Let's roll. Oh, my. Is this your feet? Now.
Oh god, Thanatos, please stop killing me. Thanatos, please stop killing me.
How the? Don't touch me. I'll put you right down. Oopsie daisy. What? Huh? Oh, no. Time to wrap this up. Oh, check it out. Oh, no. Impact. Go down.
Oh my god.
Time has come. Oopsie daisy.
I love this.
Impact. Here I go. As I anticipated.
Oh crap.
Well done.
I won?
Well, you didn't lose. When it comes to Elizabeth, there's a big
You have
difference.
indeed shown me the power of mankind's potential.
Elizabeth lightly brushes away the dust on her clothes from the fight and smiles at me.
Why did you help me out?
Help you? I didn't even have the shiniest intention of helping you.
But I didn't know that my persona could do that stuff. Isn't that why you helped me?
I see. That was not my intention at all. But if you say so, then I'm starting to get the sense that it may be true. In which case, it would only be natural to demand worthy compensation for such assistance.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Wait, are you asking me for money?
Or perhaps your soul?
Whoa, definitely not.
A ticket to your comeback concert would do as well.
Oh, I could probably swing that.
No. I believe I shall ask for this world's future instead.
That's pretty vague.
Either way, it is decided. A struggle between solitude and bonds. The two great potentials of mankind is about to begin. I have no intention of assisting either side.
Interesting.
But neither can I dismiss the contest as irrelevant to me.
You lost me there. But what you're talking about is why this town got messed up, right?
Indeed. Whether your bonds will win the day, or whether that young man's solitude will emerge victorious. I am massively intrigued as to how this struggle will end.
That young man. Whoa, are you talking about the culprit behind this?
Dear me, I've accidentally slipped up. In any case, please look over there.
Elizabeth points past the fog as if dodging her own words. Well, I'm not letting her off that easy, but she probably won't tell me anything more. I'm a little puzzled, but I go ahead and look at where she's pointing, and then I can't help but lean forward, another shock. Out there on the hill where Yasugami High should be is this weird, huge tower. Looks like some kind of evil villain's lair.
I believe that is where the final battle will take place. It seems a number of your friends are already headed that way. What will you do, Miss Rosette?
I'll go too, so I can fight with them.
A perfect answer. I give you a gold star.
She draws a large star with one hand and goes directly into an elegant bow. She's probably headed off somewhere now. I really can't figure her out.
I bid you good luck, Miss Rosette.
After I see her off, she vanishes into the fog. I look up. And she vanishes into the fog. I look up. I've got to get to Yasugami High. I'll help everyone this time for sure.
Senpai, everyone, wait for me.
Now, canonically, the reason that Rise never fought before is because she never tried to. Personas literally would respond to that. If you decide that you want to fight, they will help you. That's all there is to it. Adachi's rules. How far are we? We are 40% done. Looks like there's a lot to go, but there's only one path once we get to here. Huh, interesting. So, presumably, this is where Yukiko, Kanji, Teddy meet up with Reese, keep going or try to catch up. Then presumably this is where everybody meets up. Something's happening to Naoto, but let's go with Adachi's rules. Adachi is a character that you can fight with in DLC. His persona is Magatsu Izanagi. Oops. There's no doubt about it. As we go down the fog-filled hallway, we see a man we're very familiar with. We can hardly forget his face.
No way. Why is it Dachi-san?
Could he be a fake?
Huh? Fake? Oh, right. I forgot about that whole thing going on.
That friendly smile, joking manner, and contemptuously nonchalant laugh. There's no doubt this is the Adachi-san we know. But why?
Why are you here? Huh? Oh, well, I had intended on staying well behaved, but someone begged me to help out. And you know, I'm not the kind of guy who can say no to something like that.
Help out? You mean that show guy?
Hmm? Have you guys already met? Oh, man.
That doesn't matter. Don't tell me you're working with the culprit this time, too.
Well, what do you think?
Don't play dumb. If I don't like your answer, there'll be boot prints all over your face.
Who cares about all that? Come on. Aren't you kids in serious trouble right now? What with all the world ending and all?
So you are?
You guys really like sticking your heads into dangerous situations, don't you? You don't gain anything in life from doing that, you know?
Adachi-san, you said you would abide by the rules of this world. So why are you here?
Rules. Rules, eh?
Don't you understand how the real world is in trouble because of show? This isn't like the TV world, where only we were involved.
Oh, man. I see you never learn. The only reason I took that brat up on his invitation was because I was bored. All the questions about what he's after or what's gonna happen to this town, I don't give a damn about any of it.
What's he saying?
Adachi, you lousy...
It's always about being bored.
Whoa, give me a break. I don't intend to get involved with kids like you anymore. Like, I bet you're honestly abiding by the rules here, because that's how you think.
The rules here?
You know, the one-on-one stuff. You don't even know what's gonna happen because of that. Honestly, rats like you barely even think.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like I keep saying, if you keep fighting them on their own terms, it could bite you in the ass. I bet he's collected quite a lot of those persona fragments by now.
Huh?
My hazy, scattered thoughts all come together when I hear what Adachi-san has to say. We've been vaguely watching those light particles fly up to the top of the tower, but are those what Sho was after? Could it be that the reason Sho set the rules to make us fight one-on-one was to give off more of those particles? Persona fragments, according to Adachi-san, during the constant fighting?
Have we been inadvertently helping him?
Oh man, you really hadn't noticed? You need to get your act together.
What the fuck? Out of the blue, the distorted school building creaks with a loud noise. The jarring sound echoes in the depths of the red fog like an animal's growl.
What was that just now?
Looks like there's no more time left. Earlier than I expected. Well, that's why I need to get going. Good luck to you, I guess. Oh, and your friends who got caught? They might be in trouble if you leave them be, you know?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
It means just what it sounds like. Then again, I guess it might be impossible for just you three.
Wait!
Ow. Dachi-san turns his back on us and disappears into the red fog. Yosuke tries to go after him, but he slams straight into an invisible wall. That looked like it hurt. I hope he's okay. It's only then that I realize we're already surrounded on all sides by red pillars.
You okay, Yosuke?
This actually hurts more than you think. I mean, when did these get set up?
How much longer are you gonna make me wait? You better entertain me at the very least.
Akihiko. We turn around to see the bearer of the familiar voice. Inside the fog is a man standing as if to show off his well-developed muscles. He's topless apart from a red cape. It's definitely one of Mitsuru-san's companions, Akihiko-san.
Welcome to this special ring. This place is truly a square jungle. It sure brings back memories. It really takes me back.
Master? Oh, I'm glad that you're safe.
Oh. As Chie tries to rush over, a sharp fist whizzes right in front of her. Something's obviously not right. For one thing, Akihiko-san should be captive somewhere. For another, he wouldn't challenge us to a fight like this.
Fake Akihiko-san.
Don't you all long for the tensing of muscles and the clenching of fists? It's only seconds away. Step forward if you want to taste of that.
Master versus pupil. $64 kilograms? Holy shit.
Final.
Your kung fu! Crap! Keep going. Hey, guess you let your guard down a bit? Might be a good time to make a recovery.
Not bad.
You're pretty matched. Just keep going. Yikes, there's something going on here. God, you're showing me serious.
Bonk. Ladies and gentlemen, Galactic Farm Hunt.
Be water.
Perfect.
Alright, we won! Wait, where did Adachi go?
Hey, doesn't this shaking seem bad? It's been getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, looks like we don't have much time.
Hey, hold on a sec. Adachi said something about persona fragments earlier. What did he mean?
Last time, Sho tried to get powerful shadows by shaking us up so our personas would turn back to their original form. And this time, he's lured us into this red fog and made us fight our fakes, so we can carve off persona fragments in the process.
Oh, you mean those balls of light that pop out when we fight against the fakes?
Probably, yeah. Sho is trying to do something with the persona fragments he's collecting.
But what though? Is he gonna make a new persona for himself with them?
I don't know. But all the persona fragments I saw so far were headed to the top of this tower. We might find our answers there.
Trying to figure it out now won't do any good. We've fallen for the enemy's trap so far, but from here on out, we're going on the counterattack. We have to avoid fighting fakes as much as we can, rescue Mitsuru-san's team, and get to the top of this tower. After we all nod to each other, we run with renewed purpose down the murky hallway.
Sheesh, these hallways are too long. How far do they go? You'd think we'd have gotten to the stairs by now at least.
Maybe just running down the hallways won't work. Why don't we try going into the first open room we see? I mean, this place was connected in some messed up ways during the last P1 Grand Prix.
You do have a point.
But there's tons of classrooms here. Should we just start with the closest one? Whoa, bingo!
Oh, good job, Yosuke!
Past the open door is the unmistakable view of a classroom, but on the wall inside is a set of familiar-looking school stairs, connected to it like they were forced there.
I still don't like this plan. We're gonna have to check every door we find from here on out.
Don't worry, you can do it, Yosuke.
Yeah, we'll be okay if we got Yosuke with us.
What's with the blind trust in me? I don't remember you guys being such goody-goodies.
What are you doing, Yosuke? Come on, you better hurry up.
Why isn't anyone listening to me? Don't you think it's weird that you're about to leave me behind after saying all that nice stuff?
Just as Yosuke suspected, our progress from the next floor on gets pretty rough. We don't run into any fakes, but we don't make much headway either. How far have we climbed? Feeling impatient, I put my hand on the nearby door and throw it open.
Hey, Yukon!
Whoa! A giant guillotine-like blade whooshes by right before my eyes. I dodge, barely, but it was much too close for comfort.
You dodged. Not too shabby, Yuko.
Labrys?
Why don't you hurry up and come in?
Yep.
I'm bored out of my skull waiting for you guys.
I cautiously step into the classroom. Inside, we find stairs leading up and a figure blocking them, just as I thought.
Labrys! Like you don't already know. Yeah, I'm a fake Labrys. So, let's see how much of your persona I can carve off, eh?
You're going too far. What are you trying to do with all these persona fragments?
What do you care? Win or lose, you're all gonna die anyways. I got nothing to tell you. Now,
Bring on the ring! Red pillars fall from the classroom ceiling, and in their ominous glow, I can see Labrys' long-haired persona. For a second, I was fearing the worst, but this doesn't seem to be Labrys' shadow. It's more like a fake Labrys created from a shadow. Whichever it is, it detaches the giant axe from its back and grips it in its metallic hands. The fake Labrys stares at us with golden eyes and takes a fighting stance.
I'm a weapon. A special destroyer made only to eliminate the enemy. Underestimate me, and you'll end up with more than just a scratch.
Yosuke's got this. Yosuke saved her last time.
Finally!
Blast off! Just getting started. Go get me. Bingo. Here. Just getting started. Bingo. Can you see this? Just getting started. Go get me. All right. Here. Just getting started. Just getting started. All right. Down here. Bingo. Here.
Jeez, he is so hard to keep track of. No more persona for you.
Let's do this. Finished. Did it.
I do like that he puts on his headphones to fight. Keeps him calm and concentrated. Fake begins to melt, and there's a loud crack as the red pillars shatter. At the same time, the persona fragments that were carved off in the battle turn to particles of light and float into the air.
No, the persona fragments!
Chie looks like she's about to chase after them, but Yosuke stops her. I understand how she feels, but Yosuke's right. Once they scatter, there's nothing we can do now.
It's fine. We just need to hurry on ahead. We're out of time.
Yeah! Still, it's so frustrating!
Chie seems frustrated, but she agrees. I know it's hard for her to sit around idly, even though she understands.
Hey, something just crossed my mind. Personas were originally our shadows, right?
What's this all about?
No, I was thinking about what the culprit's after. I wondered why he'd be so hell-bent on our personas.
Huh?
Well, think about it. There's a bunch of shadows in the TV world, so why is he so fixated on our personas?
Good question.
Yosuke's absolutely right. Last time, the culprit was targeting our personas to collect powerful shadows. But not this time. If he wanted to play it safe, he wouldn't have goaded a bunch of persona users into a fight with him, especially since we've already got a score to settle. Besides, just because the TV world is peaceful again doesn't mean all the shadows have gone away. If that's all he wanted, he could just gather those. Really, the culprit was controlling shadows to make fake versions of us to fight for him. But then why go through all the trouble of preparing these arenas and carving away at our personas? Does he want revenge for last time? I don't know. Sho didn't seem to care about that, so
There
why?
must be a reason he's targeting our personas in particular.
Some reason why it can't be just any old shadows?
Yosuke and Chie are stumped too. We need some more hints. We're missing some key information. Or maybe I just haven't put it together yet? Mysterious young man named Sho, persona fragments, and Adachi-san. No, there's still a lot left for us to find out. To be continued, probably. Yep. So it looks like that is going to connect to Naoto. Or it's going to connect down here, potentially. We are literally almost halfway through this story. There is episode P3 as well, so we're going to be doing this for probably about a month at the rate that we're going. But still, this is fun. This storytelling method is so much better than Arena. The strike I barely dodge grazes my cheek and slices through the air. Pain of the initial blow, which struck my back, is beginning to affect my breathing. My throat constricts and I have difficulty getting air into my lungs. Only by force of will do I keep from blacking out as I look toward my assailant, who now approaches me. A young man, and he wears a Yasogami High uniform.
You dodged. Such a struggle you put up. You're wasting my time.
Who are you?
I am Minazuki. Show Minazuki. I am the one who will destroy you, the Kirijo fools, and this world.
So, you're the ones who captured Mitsuru-san and...
Yes, I caught them off guard, just as I did with you here. It seems you're not very perceptive.
So Mitsuru-san and her people have fallen into enemy hands after all. It's hard to believe. Is this young man truly the mastermind behind these incidents?
Though your intuition is impressive. For you to discern our plan after only one battle.
It's an absurd scheme. What are you trying to summon with that tower?
I gather that his plan is far more dreadful than what I had imagined at the start. That grotesque tower called Tartarus, which was brought forth to call upon something inhuman. What if the culprit in this case also intends on summoning something to this world? And what if the reason our enemy makes no move to hide the fakes and challenges us to legitimate fights is because they need to gather something before that plan can be achieved?
Don't get me wrong. That in itself is not my objective. All I want is to grant a wish.
A wish? Whose?
There's no need for you to know.
This isn't good. He's already close enough for his attack to reach me. I'm still suffering from his earlier strike. Minazuki's next blow will surely cost me my life. Minazuki, sorry. I need to buy whatever time I can now.
I kidnapped Labrys and attempted to collect our personas before, but that's not the case this time. You're using Mitsuru-san and her team as hostages, and you've prepared fake versions of us to fight. There's only one reason why you'd create such elaborate imitations of us, even to the point of summoning personas, and have them challenge us. You set this entire scenario up so that we wouldn't think twice about fighting.
That's right. Everything was set up from the start. It's the same rules as last time. After drumming that impression into our heads, our opponents outright admit that there are fakes. And as a result, I had stopped trying to figure out the motivations behind their actions. Since they'd taken hostages and warped this town, we concluded that we had no choice but to play along, and were willing to fight without further hesitation. But I suspect Minazuki must be gaining these shining particles I saw earlier through our battles with the fakes.
Again, your intuition is impressive. By forcing you to fight in this fog, I am carving off bits of your personas.
Carving off our personas?
I've said too much. It seems our guests of honor have arrived.
Minazuki turns his gaze to the sky and narrows his eyes as if looking beyond the red fog. Simultaneously, the faint sound of a helicopter becomes evident.
I enjoyed my time with you. If the opportunity arises again, I'd like to speak with you further.
With that, Minazuki gracefully puts distance between us. The moment there's enough space for someone to intrude between us, a shadow comes dancing down from the sky as if awaiting that exact moment. A shadow.
Labrys?
Don't worry now, Takun, I gotcha!
Labrys, don't let your guard down. He's the one who attacked Mitsuru-san's group.
This guy?
Our guests of honor have arrived. I've been waiting for you, Shadow Operatives.
Labrys stands between Minazuki and myself, as if shielding me. It seems I've been spared from the worst-case scenario. The sound of the helicopter's rotors still remains in the sky above us. It appears to be slowly descending. I strongly suspect that a plume of dust is installed into that helicopter. I recall an entry in the public safety documents explaining how a plume of dust would enable machinery to continue functioning, even in supernatural spacetimes, where no other electronics would work. It's unlike me to let my mind wander into matters of parascience. Perhaps it's the relief of my life no longer being in peril.
Who are you? Why are you doing all this?
Who am I? That constant question. It's quite intriguing that a machine created for suppressing shadows would ask it.
What?
But first, let me see the rest of you.
Whoa! As Minazuki keeps his eyes on Labrys, a black liquid shadow rises from behind him, instantly ascending the helicopter. It's a shadow. No, a persona, and it means to take down that helicopter.
No! Yukari-san! Kenkun!
Labrys cries out in desperation. Persona users though they may be, they are still human. If they go down with the helicopter they're in, they'll be grievously wounded at best.
Persona!
Unfamiliar woman's voice calls out from within the helicopter. All at once, a tremendous gust of wind swirls about the helicopter, repelling the Black Shadow's ambush at the last second.
Quite the persona user. However...
Yukari-san, he's winding up for another one! We're getting off, Koromaru!
Just as the whirlwind dies down, an attack originating from within the helicopter speeds towards Minazuki's persona, which was primed to attack again. Amazing! What a perfectly timed maneuver! The surrounding fog lights up, and as the personas clash at each other, those grains of light that Minazuki is after disperse. At the same time, 3 figures jump out of the helicopter and descend towards us. The whir of the helicopter's rotors increases, which I take to mean that it's flying off somewhere, so then its objective from the start was to drop these people off here. I look again to the 2 new arrivals and the animal that have descended upon the food court. Ah, I know who they are. After all, it was only a moment ago that I was at Inaba Station reviewing documents pertaining to them.
That was close. But now that we're here, you don't get to do whatever you want anymore.
Naoto Shirogane, right? Are you all okay? We'll handle this.
Obviously, they are older than the pictures in the documents, but the woman is Yukari Takeba, the comboy is Ken Amada, and the Snow White Shiba, following closely at Ken-kun's heels, is Koromaru-san. For the record, Ken is 12. Maybe 13. They were all involved in the incident that occurred when Mitsuru-san was in high school, and though they are not officially numbered members, they are persona users on the Shadow Operatives Emergency Suppression Unit, the auxiliary staff.
Labrys, I'm trusting Naoto-kun with you.
Gotcha! You don't have to worry about a thing now. So you're our enemy. You won't escape now.
The 3 of them fan out to Minazuki's left and right, readying themselves for combat. Such efficient tactical movements, all while never dropping their guard. Wonder how often one must face death in order to become like them.
Players have finally gathered. It's nice to meet you. I am Minazuki. Sho Minazuki. Welcome to his world. I wanted to meet you all, especially Kirijo. You are the ones who killed his father, after all.
What's he talking about?
Who knows? I don't really care either.
I have no intention of fighting you now. I only wished to see your faces.
His world. Minazuki's phrasing catches my attention. This could be an important clue to the culprit's motives. Could Minazuki mean that he instigated this in order to avenge someone whose parent or parents were killed? Perhaps he's seeking revenge on the Shadow Operatives. No, that's not right. Given that they took Mitsuru-san's group hostage and some of the others here, it seems more likely that Minazuki wants revenge on Mitsuru-san and her associates from high school.
I'll be heading back now. Take your time.
When Minazuki raises his hand, a different voice echoes from further in. It's a voice I know only too well.
Don't get the wrong idea. Oh,
What's going on? Another Naoto-kun?
Don't be deceived. That's an imitation of me.
An imitation? Huh. That sounds like the kind of dirty trick they'd pull.
Huh. It seems I'll be facing those who are participating in the Grand Prix for the first time. I hate to waste time, so let's simply begin now.
Ring on the ring! My doppelganger raises one hand to the sky. It means to summon the red pillars that form the arena. I'm still too badly injured to dodge this, but I can't allow us all to be trapped here.
Everyone, get away from me! Hurry!
Yukari-san, Kodomaru, spread out!
Yukari-san, Ken-kun, and Koromaru-san jump back in response to my warning shout. Labris, on the other hand, maintains her position shielding me, making no attempt at all to move. Ah, I see now. Yukari-san told Labris that I'm trusting Naoto-kun with you, and Labris would never abandon her duties. Yukari-san and Ken-kun understand that as well, and so Labris was not mentioned when Ken-kun gave the order to spread out. Very efficient teamwork. I feel that I understand the secret behind the Shadow Operative's strength somewhat. The 4 red pillars that fall from the sky embed themselves firmly into the food court's floor and release a dull light. Thank goodness. Yukari-san and the others seem to have escaped the pillar's field of influence.
What's going on? Wait, what the? Where's the culprit?
What? Wait, when did he?
Now that they mention it, I too realize for the first time that Minazuki is nowhere to be seen. His presence is completely gone. It's vanished from the area just as suddenly as it appeared behind me.
Like I said, I'll be your opponent. Don't worry. A version of myself so close to death, and the machine who's just joined the Shadow Operatives would be pretty sorry prey. So just this once, while no attacks are still allowed from outside, I'll agree to fight whoever enters the arena. Though of course, once you pass those red pillars, invisible walls prevent anyone from leaving until I defeat a single combat.
Invisible walls. That's just ridiculous. No!
Yukari-san tries to take a step forward and hits her head badly on the invisible wall. Perhaps I gave them too much credit before. It's possible that these Shadow Operatives are, in fact, surprisingly careless.
This is just like the last P1 Grand Prix, except we're in the real world.
Hello! General Teddy here. Long time no see, Labby-chan. Oh, don't look so shocked. Let's see if I can guess what you were thinking. No, you're supposed to be my shadow. Wah! Or something like that.
Is that Inaba's persona user, Teddy? He doesn't look like a bear to me.
He just looks like a plush mascot. Is he dressed up like that on purpose?
You there! Silence in the peanut gallery! How dare you call my bona fides into question? I'll have you know I look bearific!
Crap, he heard me.
This is your last chance to push your luck like that. Labby-chan and Now-chan aren't getting out of here until you win a one-on-one fight. So, are you okay with that? Are you gonna move on without your friends? Hurry up and decide whether you're gonna enter the ring or not!
Will you shut up? Fine, let's do this. I'll go in and...
No, please move on! Huh? You can't let him provoke you. The culprit's aim is to make us fight against our doubles, thereby carving off our personas.
Carve off our personas?
Mitsuru-san and the others are within the tower on the hill. It won't be easy, but try and avoid combat with the imitations as you rescue them.
Okay, Labris, we're leaving the rest to you.
Oh, what's this? They left you behind. I guess that's the extent of this friendship you go on about.
That's not true.
What about it is untrue? For it seems to me that the others moved on, leaving you two alone.
You clearly have no understanding of the bonds between people.
Yeah, what she said. They didn't ditch us. Yukari-san believes in me, so that's why she trusted me to take care of Naoto-kun. And that's why I'm gonna make sure to knock you out of the park myself.
Oh, I guess we're playing as Labris right now. I don't know why I didn't expect that.
Finally!
You have a strong heart. This'll do it! That was a good one.
Take this!
Oh, it didn't work. Inquisition automatically defeats the opponent if it hits.
Continue attacking. You're in trouble now.
This is a reasonable result.
Reasonable my ass. Fucking wrecked.
What a fantastic battle. We must have gathered a good many persona fragments just from that alone.
The other me melts into a puddle in the center of the food court. It's a most unpleasant sight to behold. I hear a cracking sound and turn to see the red pillars that had trapped us shatter. The invisible wall should be gone as well, but...
Was it okay, Naoto-kun? We ended up fighting this thing.
There was no getting around it. Our enemy has Mitsuru-san, her friends, and this town hostage. Besides, we had no means of escape.
So, everything was set up perfect. Who do you think that Minazuki guy is?
I don't know, but...
Can't help but fall to my knees from the pain I'd forgotten about. I haven't completely recovered from Minazuki's strike yet.
Naoto-kun!
Labris promptly lends me her shoulder. This may be an odd thing to say, but it's at times like this that I truly feel I've made friends. Not that I'd ever say such things in front of my senpai.
Thank you, Labris. You truly saved my life.
Come on, no need to thank me. I told you it was my turn to help you guys out. But what about Yukon and them?
We inform each other of what happened up to this point and exchange information. Labris' team was investigating Inaba Pass, where Mitsuru-san's group went missing, and we're headed here after filling up on gas. While we spoke on the phone, midnight struck and she saw the change in the town from the air. It seems that the red fog suddenly rose up to cover the town, and a giant tower appeared on the hill where Yasugami High is situated. In addition to Yukari-san, Ken-kun, and Koromaru-san, there's a man in town by the name of Junpei Iori, whom they haven't been able to meet up with. All told, the Shadow Operative sent 4 people, or rather 3 people and a dog.
Just like I thought. Though that fake you was a tough customer. What in the world are they?
The imitations seem to be crafted from shadows. I'm astonished that they can even copy our persona abilities. But that aside, let's hurry, Labris. There's actually something I couldn't tell Yukari-san earlier.
Huh? What's that?
It's that young man Minazuki's true objective. He's gathering persona fragments from us, in an attempt to summon something hideous.
Something hideous?
Indeed. He'll use the tower looming on the hill, just as Tartarus was used when Mitsuru-san and her friends were in high school. I don't know what in particular he intends to bring forth, but there's no denying that his aim is something along those lines.
Really? Oh yeah, I actually felt something odd about that guy myself.
Odd?
Well, when I got close to him, I felt something strange. It was exactly like the feeling I get from those plumes of dust we have as cores.
Oh. Does this mean he had a plume of dusk in his possession?
Not exactly. It wasn't that he had one on him. It was more like it was synced up with his heart. It felt just like ours do.
Synced with his heart?
I don't understand. The Plume of Dusk was integrated into the core of Labris and her sister unit, Aiga-san. It plays the role of a heart in their mechanical bodies. But that man Minazuki seemed no different from us at first glance. What could it mean that she detected a Plume of Dusk in him? The faint light that's been scattered everywhere is gathering now, and I'm starting to see the outline of the truth, but there are still missing pieces. If we rescue Mitsuru-san's group and learn what they know, then I expect we'll be able to reach some sort of conclusion. Labris looks into my face as I'm lost in thought and smiles to try and cheer me up.
Relax. We'll never lose. You saw us fight earlier, right? Yukari-san and Ken-kun can really kick some ass.
Labris speaks with satisfaction, with a proud look on her face. It's a far cry from the Labris I first met a few days ago.
It seems you've made some wonderful friends, Labris.
Huh? Oh, you think it's okay for me to think of them that way? It's kinda embarrassing.
That's how it is at the start. Once you come to realize it, though, you'll find that it turns to a warm feeling within you.
Huh. Is that how it was for you, Naoto-kun?
Who knows? Perhaps it was.
I recall when I first met my senpai, and a wry smile forms on my lips. Feeling a bit embarrassed at this, I pull the brim of my hat down over my eyes. It's not just Labris. The same is true for me and many others I've never met. We all go through this process to find what's precious and irreplaceable to us.
Let's go rendezvous with the others.
Also, could somebody cast like Dia or Diorama or something? My back is hurting. Pew, bing. All right, so we are 50% done. Literally halfway through this. And I think I am going to stop for now. It's taken about 3.5 hours, but this has gone a good pace to tell the story without, you know, repeating itself a million times, unlike Persona 4 Arena. So that's good. That's very, very good. And yeah, we'll be back next week to save Akihiko, I guess. Oh, I guess they did get to the school. Cool. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget that I stream on Fridays at twitch.tv/CharacterSelect I also occasionally stream other times without, you know, necessarily doing anything impressive or trying to do story or something like that. So feel free to tune in. And I'll see you guys later.